was supposed to talk.
Oh God!
Hello.
Oh fucking! Okay, get in.
Oh my God, Goomba! Man.
I'm usually the first one in too, so egg on my face.
No, Monty is. She's the DM.
Okay.
Like
I'm
you'll come in there
player.
and you'll see this like golem-like creature in rags. Bang, bang, bang. What are you doing? Making characters.
Here you go, Zito.
Little cranking sound effects, like the sound of like a garage. Now, Goomba, what's going on with you? Where can they find you?
Can we save us for last? Actually.
Me and Gaijin for last. We have something going on.
Yeah, we have something to announce, and we want the optimal amount of people in here. Because it's a big announcement, and we're kind of proud of it. So, Taka, where can they find you?
I don't know.
They can find me on Twitter at @SeeNowSnake, and they can find me on Twitch at Distortion Double, where on Friday we're going to do more Friday Funhouse. Saturday is The Witcher, and Sunday is Infinity 2.
No, Connor, please take more time.
Is he fading in and out?
A little
yeah,
bit.
Yeah, you are.
Other
Discord sensitivity. And knock that sucker down all the way to the bottom.
But while he's doing that, Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at Monty Blue on Twitter, where you can see me. I bought a lot of books recently. I've been reading some tabletop books, just kind of to get the brain running. I have one currently I'm reading through, which I don't have next to me. It's has a really long title, but it's really good. And I have a few other that are coming in the mail, so you might see me talk about those. And you can also find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to have Skies or Arcadia. I hope we're going to have Skies or Arcadia. I ordered fast shipping for the first time for a AVI to HDMI converter, but I'm still in Canada, so there's no such thing as 2-day shipping. So it says it's going to get here tomorrow. So if it gets here tomorrow morning, maybe we can do Skies or Arcadia, but if it comes in a little too late, then I probably won't be able to. So it's either going to be Skies of Arcadia or Breath of the Wild. I've been playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm bad. Great.
Is Monty crackling for anybody else?
She was, but it sounds fine now.
She's fine.
Okay. All right. Hi, guys. I'm Takahata 101. Yep. You can find me here. We got MNW next week. This weekend, I will be in Winnipeg for Icon. Be one of the last. This will be the last con for a good long while for me. It's good to keep it in Canada. So if you live in the Winnipeg region, I'll be there for the weekend in the Winnipeg Convention Center.
But what if we don't?
Well, then that means you are not seeing me.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But guys, we'll be continuing on MNW next week and all the other fun things that we do here. And yeah, so Connor,
Nice.
All right.
Man, we're about to learn a lot about you. All right.
All right.
More than usual.
So anyway, let me get to the thing that Zito and I are doing. Starting tomorrow over on Zito's channel, we have finally got together and planned out our very first Magic the Gathering stream.
Oh, yes.
It is going to be live. It is going to be in front of a camera. The first thing that we're doing, both Zito and I both have boxes of boosters of the Core 2020 set.
We've been holding on to these fuckers for 4 weeks.
We want them. Oh God.
No,
like,
guys, they're already defunct. They have the new set out now.
Yeah, the new set's coming out. The fucking new Fey Race, the one that's just fairy tales.
Whatever. Look, it was a choice.
Dude, listen. There's a card called Catch Me If You Can, and it's a picture of a dire gingerbread man running through a house.
All right, listen. We had the option of either spending $300 each on one or $100 on one. We took the lesser option. We're testing the waters. But anyway, tomorrow, both of us are busting open our boxes. You can come to that unboxing. And from there, we're going to be putting a deck together with just those cards that we pull and see how things go. But we're probably just going to be doing the unboxing tomorrow, and then the actual game probably the following week. But yeah, that's over at Zito. So Zito, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Oh, sure. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Zito, where we will be playing cards tomorrow. The boys will be heading on up to the Canada. So instead, me and Tyler will be putting together miniatures, and I have a Scar brand waiting and ready to go.
Ooh.
So,
Warhammer Scar brand?
Yeah.
Why
Nice.
why Scarbrand though? Why Scarbrand?
Because listen, I have Seraphim, and now that Monty has Seraphim,
I-
everyone's gonna
oh,
think
yay!
everyone's gonna
Yay!
think I'm copying her. So now I have to be Chaos.
Okay, now hold on, Zeta.
They're
Why?
the only ones I know,
Wha-
and the rat guys,
wha-
which
wha-
I forgot the name
Skaven.
of. Shit.
Thank
you.
Okay. So here's the thing, Zeta. Why you are painting Scarbrand when there's an entire race of space clowns? I don't understand.
Oh, the Harlequin? I
Yeah.
have those in the back burner.
There we go.
Are
See,
Scar
there you go.
Scarbrand Sigmar? I don't know.
that's
Or is that 40k?
It's both, but
Oh,
demons
okay.
are demons are technically both because
They're demons. I mean,
yeah.
it's the warp.
Yep,
Yeah.
it overtakes you.
But
Anywho.
apart from that, Thursday you'll catch me and Gaijin doing that at night. Before that, I'll be doing the build stream with Tyler. On Friday, I've been doing a lot of creative writing for D&D stuff, which I like to term the phrase now. So it's either going to be some more of that, some artwork of that, and or someone actually put together a nice set of mods for Risk of Rain 2 for me. So I'll be checking those out. Someone made one of the Lizard Boys as a playable, so
Nice.
I have to get in on that.
I need to play that game as well. If I can really quick pimp my own channel because I forgot to do that.
Of course, go for it.
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba. Between Taiko no Tatsujin for the Switch and freaking right, thank you. Oh, this weather, right? Between that game or between Samurai Showdown for PS4, that's what I'm planning to do this weekend. I kid you not, guys. I really want to bring Taiko Tuesday back because I have actual electric taiko drums. I've got 3 of them. I spent a pretty penny on them. I can hook them up and stream them, but I've got to figure out what to do about my downstairs neighbors. So I will keep you guys up to date on that because I keep watching 8-Bit Drummer and I'm like, I want to do that with my own brand of thing. So yeah, keep in touch for that. I'll be getting something set up pretty soon.
I love the 8-Bit Drummer. He's like done speedcore music, and I'm like, I appreciate you and your ability to do that.
Ironwares though.
I need my friend to come and help me make my Carnosaur as well as my riders. I could probably figure out the riders by myself, but it's the Carnosaur.
Every
that's
time
scary.
every time I build that unit in Total Warhammer, I always got to go extreme. Can't go wrong with a T-Rex. That's how you break a line. Oh, there's a T-Rex coming this way.
Do I want my T-Rex to shoot laser beam sunlight?
No, those are the
acid spitting
those
snakes?
are the Stegodons. The Stegodons have the carrying capacity.
I have my hand up like a kid in elementary school.
What? Yes, Monty.
If I enjoy playing these guys,
Have you
don't know what
considered
that is.
investing in shock troops, as in Cold One, knights?
I don't know what those are.
GW,
Alright.
one last thing, GW, when the fuck are the free guilds coming back? I need some add-ons for my dinosaurs.
They're too busy making Primars John Cena's. I don't know, man.
All right, you bunch of nerds. Can we start playing D&D, please?
No, we're gonna call it all these amazing bit drops that we have been so
Well, hurry
kindly
up!
gifted. Hey. That's just, we're clapping here. Gamma Marcus Atera, Kings, Grimoire, DRK, Gana 12345 Xandros White, Corey in the house, Eternal Warlord 251, Equinox 4, Jet Say, Z-Man Stardust, Dr. Jack Pharmacist, Alien Ghost 365, Grimnef 6 Tails, Viral Tech 1, Welsh 93, Script Daddy, oh Daddy, thank you for the subs. Questing Chris with 1,000 bits. Woo! Finally made it to a live stream. Have some bits, compliments of my generous Griffin Rider Merman Sayat and his good boy Scallop. And your fishman, that merman, that's strong. Questing Chris, that's strong. Alien Ghost, thank you 365. Thank you for the 1,500 bits, Alien Ghost. It's very kind of you. No message, just bits, but still appreciated nonetheless. Protoss 103. Script Daddy again, gifting all the. By the way, Script Daddy gifted subs to all of the Chaos Gods. By the way,
Hell
What?
yeah, Script Daddy gave subs to all the Chaos Gods.
I saw,
Why
like,
would you
Slanesh
do
Corn-
that?
Slanesh Corn, Nerd.
They're being weird about it because they're like maybe they could like they could.
Slanesh isn't dead, but he is dead. But,
But,
he's not.
maybe we could make the rats like famine. I'm like, I guess that works. SF Cody, thank you for the Daddy again. Script Daddy again. Random 18. Inferno Uwu. Script Daddy again. Giving a sub to Newt. And Talaris, thank you so much for the subs. Defective Sheep with the $5 question for Monty. What's been bugging since the Tracheodia arc? Is a tiefling is infecting with lycanthropy? Do they become? There we go. Very definitive. Daft 42. Thank you for the bits.
The answer is why not?
Exactly.
Alpha X Titania. Alpha X Titania. Titania. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Titania, dude.
1,000. Hey, come on. I'm gonna flub up eventually.
You know
1,000.
your Shakespeare.
I finally got around to watching DBZ Abridged, including the movies, Cell vs. and DBZ Kai. And God forbid anything happens to Borky. If something does, he needs to go out singing. I did it my way. But that's Cell's thing. He can there's so much early 2000s rock that Borky could go out on. There's so much. Have you ever had the bodies hit the floor? He's gonna blow your goddamn little kid minds there in the chat. Griffin 24/7. Thank you so much for the 1 year. I'm gonna. You gotta build the chop suey. You gotta build. You don't just throw them into chop suey. Okay.
Ancient lore right there.
Ancient. You fucking. The early 2000s kids, you don't even know what you missed out on. We're gonna start the early 2000s. We're gonna start the early 2000s podcast. It's just gonna be like just one of those barbed wire tattoos on a bicep flexing. That's the logo. Because you got see. And here's the thing: we start up with Monster Garage. That's what the theme song starts up with.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, I know, this is, you guys are liking this shit? This is what it is. But Blackfoot Ferret with over 9,000 bits. Next time you see Bosco, call him The Buzz. Oh, God. Yes, he's playing the story mode, and he hates being called The Buzz.
Oh, good.
It's because instead of letting you actually, choose a name.
Name is this?
2K19.
2K19.
This
Yeah,
is what
2K19.
started all these. He just wants to play the story mode to try it out, but boy, oh boy, when that was, I'm like, oh, that's bad. And you know what's even worse? The uneven audio mixing. It hurts me physically to hear.
Oh, fuck.
There's this one point, you hear all this action in the ring, and then some girl hands the main character a chair and just goes, "Best of luck." Full volume. And I'm like, whoa, what was that? What does she have? What does she have? Like, just some projecting magical voice? But Blackfoot...
She's like a telepath secretly, and she just can speak in your mind.
Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 9,001 bits. We will make sure to do that. Hyosin 666 Script Daddy gifting a sub to D&D time. Thank you, H. Lone Heart. Thank you for the sub. Alpha X Titania, also future reference. It's Titania. Titania. Okay, there we go. I got to get my fairy princesses down. I'm sorry.
Titan them.
Harg Lords, thank you so much for this.
A friend of mine here in town, her name is Shay. Shay, if you're listening to this right now, thank you for binge. I'm like, Shay, you're crazy. She goes, no. And she clasped my shoulder, and her ginger hair flew in the breeze that was inside somehow. And she's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, okay, Shay.
Yes, Money. Binge watching your friend's show is very nice, isn't it?
I know it is, guy. Just
I should just try watching Goomba Show at least.
It's on my thing
Oh,
to do. I'm
we are
sorry.
chat. We are bugged.
You all make me feel terrible. How
I'm
dare you.
sorry.
And-
It's in a video game and you never get it back.
That's.
That's a being a bad friend.
I just looked at my stack of games and I went, oh man, that's. I got some wrestling DVDs under the same parameters of that.
Dude, I let it out Owlboy and I'm like, no, you play that and you share it with your friends. When last we left our heroes, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Task the Kobold Ranger, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, and Panic the Tiefling Bard, the party was caught in a drow ambush. After suffering hindering poison and, worm? The party fled screaming from a hungry Neothelid, colliding into a horde of hungry isopods after. Leaving behind Clifford the Big Bray Render, the party would top gills of the cavern's great bioshroom, deep gnome Beetleback the Eighth, and learned more of the Underdark from a drow scholar, sorcerer, and wizard, Ahram. Resting now in a mushroom tavern loft, the party awakens to a bioluminescent.
About the other night, because it's my favorite
Okay.
pun. No, it's you get it. You get it, guys. You get it.
Oh.
Why are you booing me?
I
I'm
get it.
right. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Wait, hold on. No, this is the only way we can respond to that. There you go.
Human
As you
humor.
guys wake up, it was a comfortable sleep. There are no beds, but the plushiness and the squishiness of the mushroom, almost spongy in nature, was quite comfortable to sleep in.
Fantastic. We never got.
There is a sizable divot though, like a sizable kind of concaving into
an
the floor though.
Imprint?
From you guys, yeah, because you guys aren't exactly small. You're pretty big, so there's like a Borky shaped like memory foam hole in the ground.
Good. Oh, so you're saying this has the entire room is memory foam?
Basically, yeah, like a really more
Ooh.
dense memory foam.
Interesting. We never got a heading though, did we?
I'm the okay.
Oh, Borky, not
No, I'm not
today.
going to be loud. It's going to echo a lot because we're underground, Greckles. Pay attention.
Greckles rips out a piece of mushroom and chucks it at Borky.
Roll a strength check to pull the mushroom from the ground. It is a very solid mushroom.
19.
Wow! Yeah,
I
you
want a
just
nap.
grab like it's almost like grabbing a fistful of couch foam. You just you tear it.
I heard what you were about to say.
Huh?
I heard it too.
Uh-huh.
What?
was about to say, I wanted an at one.
I was about to say.
Yeah, because it's always funny
yeah.
when Greckles eats.
Doesn't hurt you, Borky. It's like being hit with like one of those foam
Was the
dodgeballs from high
did
school.
did the insult hurt Borky though?
That's for Borky to decide, not me.
I'm gonna roll a private roll here. Oof.
Die, Monty. Come on.
That's me. I am the one-sided die in this situation.
Quote that, please.
All right, so you guys wake up. You guys head downstairs, and at this point, the tavern is just empty, and it's like there's like no one there, and not even like an attendant or anything.
Sorry.
Well then, gentlemen, should we head off to the Dragonfly Rider?
Yeah. By the way, guys, just so you all know, I'm gonna be having to like duck a lot because like there's a lot of low hanging shrooms. So
Well, just mind your height.
it's much more difficult down here.
Mind your steps too. There's no railings here.
That is also making me nervous. How it feels for me. I'm guessing we're walking. I gotta lean.
Yeah.
I gotta like lean down, but to the side. Because if I lean down to the side of the wall, I'm just gonna be hitting my head on those trussels. If I leave my head down to the other side, though, it's off the edge of the damn blade, off the edge of forever.
Task physically like walks through mushrooms like easily, just like sidestepping through the crowd. That's horrible.
No, you.
Yeah, there are a lot of deep gnomes. There's definitely a two-way traffic sort of system, but you guys definitely caused some blockades. As you guys are making your way through, I would like one of you guys to pick amongst yourselves to make a survival check. This is a to go to get to a dock.
Who
I
has
have
the higher survival? I have a 5.
I have a 1, so
Yeah, I do not.
I have two.
You guys want me to take it?
yeah, if you got that
Yeah.
5.
All right, cool. Here we go.
No.
8. You
Eight.
are used to this sort of environment, so it makes sense. Plus, you're not the most keenest on flying at all.
No, not at all.
So, and the other problem you're having is that you see dragonflies when you look down, not when you look up, and it's so opposite. It's kind of weird. The sky is down. As you guys do move through, you manage to kind of open the door of open a door. There's no door; it's a hole. But you kind of walk of some just like sacks of things. There's like no barrels. There's no crates. It's all bags, like sacks made out of silk and other material. And you watch as this gentleman turns around, and as he does, you see the back of his head, but as he turns around, he has these giant glasses that like make his eyes like 4 times the size. And it's just like you look and it's just like iris. And he turns around with this tablet and he kind of goes,
I don't want to ask this again.
You're our
What?
only bridge.
My earplugs in.
can I help you?
Yes, we were supposed to. We were sent by the king, as a matter of fact, to gather some dragonflies to maybe head down to what do they call it, the Undersun.
What?
Under what? I don't know anything about that, but if towards the ford, and you'll find a dock at the very least. Someone could probably give you better directions there.
All right, thank you.
Do you need anything to buy? You appear to be travelers of sorts.
Didn't realize this was a shop. This is our first time here. What do you have?
Well, we have general material. We have some potions, a few, not a lot. I'm not sure if our dosages would be. We have picks. We have some staves, water skins, we have rope, and some oils.
Panic, what's going on?
We both got got some inventory. Do we need any rope or oil?
You're going like moving back from your mic and then coming right back into it.
Let me just whatever. I'll turn this up. All right.
I mean, you could never have enough rope.
That's
I'm out of
actually
rope,
not-
actually.
That's actually not a bad thought. Also, if there's something to do about this the horrible darkness, I'm the only one that can't see down here.
Ooh.
And I could
Oh.
use a little bit more arrows if he has any.
Wait, quick question. Does he have, like, what's the reverse of poison?
Anti-poison?
Resistance.
Okay, what?
That
You watch as he kind of goes through the different stone tablets. He's got like 5 of them that he's kind of thumbing through. You watch as he goes over and he pulls out a very dusty looking bottle. The inside of it is like a very deep purple, like extremely deep in color. Kind of places it on the table, goes, we've had this here for a while. It negates poison. It's like heals poison. It's up for barter if you want it.
sure. Is there anything specific you were looking for, or is coin good?
What is a coin?
I pull out a piece of silver.
That's silver?
Yes, it's a lump of silver.
I think this thing is worth a bit more than silver. There's magic involved. Magic is not very common here. I believe this was pilfered from a drow, so its value is foreign, so worth much more.
Anything that would be barterable that isn't silver?
Copper.
I look back at him. Copper?
We've got plenty of copper. He kind of scoffs a little bit and adjusts his glasses.
Okay, I
Wait a minute. Task holds up a bundle of the last 5 pages of paper he has.
He just chokes. That would suffice. 2 pieces of paper.
You drive a hard bargain.
Orky starts
All right.
playing with the paper just to entice him.
Yeah, I'm just flipping the pages.
Oh, don't tempt it. It's, he kind of walks over and he grabs it. You're with a race that barely see trees, so this is a huge fucking deal. You hand him the paper and he takes it like he is taking a tiny baby from you.
Man,
And he quickly like folds it between 2 stones and like wraps it very quickly. Here, take it. You have a vial of protection from poison. Basically what Willow made for you guys.
Man, you make a killing as an ASMR artist in this city. It's just.
Hold on.
We're gonna crinkle the paper now.
Here we go, chat.
We'll crinkle the paper. It's a good book, isn't it?
God damn it, stop it. Corky, get out of my kitchen. Is there anything else I could help you find, perhaps?
I hold up an arrow and I show it to him. More of this.
He kind of brings out what looks like a mushroom cap, like really dried and cracked darts. That's as big as we get, unfortunately.
I look over to Greckles. This might be useful for you.
That actually wouldn't be bad, especially if they were poisoned. With
They
whatever it
do.
is that hit me. Anything malicious. I assume we're talking through Panic at this point, just
Yeah,
for the sake
yeah,
of
yeah.
brevity.
For the sake
I
of
am
brevity,
translating.
Yes.
It's
The gun as well. The darts are betrayed, of course.
Give the bird the blow dart.
one of my rations because I would assume it's really unusual food.
What is the ration itself? What would it be?
It would be
Jerky
whatever.
or-
Yeah, it would be whatever the default, like whatever
It's
the,
like
the
beef
book-
jerky.
Yeah, it would just be like regular ration, like dried fruits, vegetables, dried meats. I would assume things of that nature.
Kind
Yeah,
of looks at
hardtack.
it.
Yeah.
Kind of looks at it, kind of a bit perplexed, and goes, "That seems perishable." This, and he lifts up the blow dart gun. Is like, "This is not."
All right then. How about this?
This one for this blow gun. It's a very nice blow gun. It's obviously made out of something in sort darts. 4 pieces of paper.
I have a deck of playing cards. Would he actually use the playing cards?
Oh my god!
That's
I'm
made of
fucking rich,
super
boys.
paper.
I want to imagine Task is pulling them out and slowly folding them. The deck.
Oh, I'm fucking shuffling the deck in my hand.
So for 4 pieces of paper, he would give you a blowgun and 10 darts.
Does he not have any interest in the cards?
Yeah, he's focused on you right now.
Borky whispers. Borky whispers in panics here. Yo, if we survive this, we gotta bring paper money down here and live like kings.
Who would have thought?
Who the fuck has
The
paper?
weird.
camera.
No, right, that was a dream. I'm sorry.
Well, what about that? And just points over to task cards.
I show him the ace of spades.
He kind of takes it and looks like us, puts it back in the deck.
Hmm.
Here's that blank paper is what's worth a lot down here.
All right, all right.
I only got 4 pieces left.
I've only used one so far to etch down all of these markings, so I guess I can part with it.
Wait a
So,
minute. Oh,
what?
shit. I
What?
forgot. I have
What?
cartographer's tools.
Yep.
Yeah!
Give him a pencil. Really fuck with his head. Show him how the eraser works.
What is in the cartographers? I'm just gonna look it up over here.
I can't believe this is happening. I'm so happy I bought this stupid thing.
It doesn't say what's in a cartographer's tool set. I'm gonna say it's gonna have like definitely like at least 3 rolls of good paper to it.
Hmm. Well, I'd imagine ink, a pen, quill, and shit like
It
that.
contains calipers, compasses, ink, parchment, a quill, and a ruler.
Parchment. Okay. We'll say for
No, this is the expensive shit. We're holding on to that.
yeah. Are you gonna pay the 4 pieces of paper for the blow dart and the...
I was gonna see if he had any interest in the silver caltrops because it is silver.
He kind of shakes his head. You get the sense here that, I mean, they're gnomes. Like, they're deep gnomes, too. Like, metal and, like, gemstones are pretty common here.
Sure.
Whereas, you know, things like...
Arrows are currency?
Yeah, he kind of looks a little bit, like, surprised that you would even ask that for something like that here. Because it's just like, that's wood. We don't got that here.
Guys, I got one more thing. I have the wooden stake from Dracania.
Oh,
That's right. You do.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I got some stuff. I gotta look at my.
And some
No,
poison.
but ask him where the most expensive place in town is. We deserved it. We fought a damn land squid last night.
all right. Just above game, really quick, Monty. Would Greckles be proficient enough in it, or would it be an exotic weapon? This is a technical question.
It would be considered a martial ranged weapon.
I'm not sure if rogues.
Let me check.
I think me and Borky are the only ones who have that.
Yeah, you have proficiencies with simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. So yeah, you would not be proficient with this.
All right, then I'll pass on it then.
Okay. He looks very disappointed when you decide to pass on it.
Well, I'm sorry. God said otherwise.
I'll take it. I can do Marshall.
Okay.
Okay.
You got the papers.
I got the paper. Look,
What piece of
listen to me
paper?
say that out loud.
I got the paper.
Just keep a note here. The poison on the darts is a DC 12 con save.
Hold on a moment. Sorry.
I'm just typing it out for you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Bread and butter. Do you guys ask him what the most expensive thing he has is?
Sure.
Yes.
Made of gold and mother of pearl. With
Ooh.
glass, obviously glass. You guys know what a spyglass? It's like a
Mm-hmm.
Telescope.
fancy telescope.
Really fucking expensive telescope.
Yep.
Is it one of those pirate
Is
ones
it-
where you just bust out
is
when he
it-
wants to? When he's like, "Oh, what is yonder on the horizon?"
Oh
Yep.
yeah, is it collapsible?
It is collapsible. He even shows that off.
Ooh.
It fits in your
nice.
pocket. It collapses all the way down to like a round spherical shape that you can like slip in your pocket or take out or just unfold it. It's very nice.
Ah.
Full intelligence checks on this item.
Okay.
Heop.
8.
7.
7. I mean, you haven't seen something like this, but based off of the gold, this would fetch a high price on the surface too. Sell anything magical.
Hmm. I mean, Tash, that would be pretty good for you, so you could see what you're hitting with your arrows.
It does require a hand to hold it up.
Yeah,
so
like
you
the
could use
problem
it
is
for
that I can't free action that.
Apply it, put it, add it in the equip slot on your item.
But in the case of where you were glowing that light, you could have used it to look, towards
Yeah.
whatever that was.
All right, if it's going to be that useful, I'm out of loose paper. I only have one.
What does he?
What does he want for it?
Yeah, what does he want for it?
I show
20
him the
piece.
I show him the steak.
You see him salivate a little bit. That and 15 pieces of paper.
I mean, I don't even have that much.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys.
We don't have that much. All right.
Would you be interested in ball bearings?
Those are metal. I'm not interested in those.
How about a wolf pelt?
Ink to go with your paper.
Sit your butt down, sir. I'm about to blow your mind. Borky pulls out the one wolf pelt he's had since, I swear to God, the beginning of the campaign.
You watch as the Deetno goes, and forces forward his tablet like he's about to get attacked. It's like a small quaggoth or something.
No, it's from a four-legged beast from the land where... Do you have cold feet, sir?
He kind of walks forward and begins to touch the teeth.
Places it on his head. Just
He's a small guy, so it's like putting a towel on a cat. It's just
You
like,
look
boom.
like a magical shaman.
What? That's a shaman.
A really handsome guy, that's what it is.
Oh. Kind of touches it. Roll a deception check because you're kind of over embellishing this. And he's gonna roll an insight check.
Oh, here we go. Yeah!
Jesus Christ.
17!
8.
Fuck yeah.
He takes the wolf pelt and kind of runs his hands through the fur. It's very soft and very nice. Kind of looks shifty-eyed side to side for a second. Hands you the spyglass, Sporky.
Oh.
Hell
He
yeah.
goes, shh. He walks over. He walks over to what looks like his own
Yeah, but okay, so what do I write down in my inventory for that wonderful item?
spyglass.
Spyglass.
Objects viewed through a spyglass are magnified to twice their size. This is worth a lot of money. This would be worth about 100 gold pieces in Alabast, which would be the equivalent of in normal. Let's split here. In normal, the only available accessible fiber down here. It makes sense. That's what they have.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the only other rope I have is
But
I
kind
would
of-
like it at 50. Yes.
You want 50 feet of rope? Okay.
Yeah.
That isn't worth very much. You could probably seems like rope is pretty much a common commodity here.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen a gnome yet that doesn't have a thing of rope on their back.
Cool.
Except for
I think we should double up.
I would.
Hold on. Borky pulls out the 5 opal shards he picked up from that one creature that was murdered by the drow.
But definitely usable. Would you like some rope as well? I can
Oh,
probably
yeah.
give you about 200 feet of rope for this.
Damn.
That's a lot of rope.
Oh, would you
That's a
like
lot
it?
of rope. I will take it.
All right. So you watch as he comes back, and the rope itself is thinner than the rope you guys use, but it's definitely it's almost like wire in a way, like a very loose sort of wire. He hands it off to you, Bark. You have 200 feet of silken, heavy-duty rope you can add to your thing.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That'll be super useful. I think we're good on general stuff, all things considered.
Let's go to the
So we gotta
specific.
plan around what edible mushrooms would be present just in case we're kind of out in the wild and have nothing to eat. Just as a random thought.
All right, quickly, how much do they want for food?
We'll check to try and find a place that sells food.
Oh boy, here I go rolling again.
Oh,
It's whatever. That one.
You like go walking and you're kind of looking side to side and you forget no railings and you guys watch as literally like as he's walking looking to the side at like a little bit of commotion. You watch
Chuck the
Goodbye, Fred.
chuck the grappling rope at him. Mage handing if it gets to him faster.
All right, you throw the rope. Task needs to make a dexterity saving throw for me just to catch it.
24.
Yeah, you just mushroom side and you kind of swing. And you swing upwards and knock into the bottom part of the actual the shelf itself, and there are like 5 dragonflies that all scatter when this kobold suddenly comes swinging in. Slowly and carefully, your companions wheel you back up. The gnomes kind of like some of the gnomes kind of chuckle, and other ones are kind of shocked by what happened, and they all seems like a commonplace sort of thing that happens. People just kind of walking off.
Why don't you put railings here?
Tash,
That's a railing. One of the gnomes says as he kind of walks by.
Something that prevents that.
Just don't worry about it, Tess. We got it taken care of.
we should make railings and become as kings.
Someone else make the check, please.
I guess I'll go ahead and do that then.
Kind of you have to do it your own way. There's like kind of a meal line every like at lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
They just
So
outside of the wall.
they don't really have food.
Society's so roundabout with like
You find
food?
one. You find the kitchen essentially of this place. You begin to listen to this cook go through all the different mushrooms, and by the 700th mushroom, you begin to realize this may have been a mistake. Without a visual reference and without like all very like what is
Sure.
edible and what is not,
That's fine.
unfortunately.
That's fine.
You do. I assume Borky would make it aside and ask if you just eat the walls. You can. There's no nutritional value to it though whatsoever. It's
Morky
too-
was assuming that the whole time because if the walls were delicious, there would be no kingdom, only famine.
Yeah. It's tasteless. It tastes like imagine if like I want to say like wet styrofoam, like if the consistency of like foam, like couch foam, tasted like just unflavored tofu and water.
It's that scene from Billy and Mandy. It tastes like my cat. It tastes like everyone's cat.
All right, so I guess we'll just meander out. Well, try and figure out where we can find the dragonfly riders.
Okay. You guys do find a rope hanging off of a precipice. Going down it is easy enough, but I'm gonna say everyone roll an athletics check for Flair.
Can I roll acrobatics?
Nope, because this is all about lowering yourself down.
Here I go. 21.
13.
All right.
24.
Borky and Taz, I mean, you've dealt with these sorts of things before. You guys go down without an issue.
Wee.
Freckles, you kind of grab it really tightly and just kind of like, because you look down and you just see like a little platform and then just death.
Mhm.
Like just sheer cliff after that point. So you just kind of like slowly, like a little bit at a time, lower yourself down. Panic, you grab the rope and you like you kind of try and go for style points and you like just fall onto the ground.
Family Guy fault.
Yeah,
Borky picks him up. You gotta hold on tight. You gotta grip it with both hands, okay? When you're sliding down a rope.
I'm not built for this stuff.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Worst case scenario, it's your untimely demise.
Correct. That would be the worst case scenario.
Oh, it's fine. Hold on. Borky pulls out the spyglass. Now, we gotta find ourselves some dragonflies. Borky starts looking around with the spyglass.
All right.
And for flavor,
roll-
it just looks like a big eye. Borky's big eye.
Yeah, of course.
Jeez.
Excellent. Good. No, it's important.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Mm.
'Cause you're looking into an open space.
Oh, thank God.
12.
Okay. You see a lot of dragonflies flying this way and that. It definitely seems to be like, besides the ledges, it seems to be the main mode of transport. You do see kind of a lot, like a lineup leading into a cave to the east of where your current position is.
Hey, right over there. Borky points. Hey guys, take a look.
That's where we'll head.
I hand it
Yeah.
to Task for Task to take a look.
Cool. I guess I'll take a look as well.
Yeah, you take a peek. You see the same lineup you guys remember when you guys were brought here as prisoners. You do see. All right. you guys head up some intricately carved mushroom stairs, and eventually make your way to what you can assume is the dock district. You hear a lot of shouting, a lot of yelling. There's no bells here, so people just kind of scream a lot. So there's lots of kind of yodeling noises coming from the riders who are basically being like, "Hey, I'm coming in," almost like a car horn, but instead it's them screaming.
I love this.
You see there's one part of the entire wall which is just tablets, and there's one gnome on a rope and almost like a pulley system made out of metal, who basically one gnome is literally lifting this this gnome that's hanging off of a rope is currently being kind of hoisted by one of those buff deep gnomes to go down to certain tablets and knock certain things in. It looks to be some sort of log of some kind for people coming in and out and what goods are coming in and out. And it spans probably around the entire thing, and there's probably at least 500 to 1,000 tablets, individual tablets on this wall. They're all about the size of a standard piece of paper, 8 by 12. It's a lot. You didn't notice it because you're too busy getting arrested, but now that you see it, it's very impressive. There's no paper log, so it's all embedded into this mushroom wall. You see what looks like individuals making saddles on one side. You see individuals that are kind of brushing their of some kind. Yeah, so it's a bustling area for sure.
All right. Well, Panic, let's see if we could find someone who will ferry us to the Undersun.
All right. Excuse me. I'll just go up to the first person I see.
Okay, you see a young you assume a teenager deep gnome. Currently looks like he's sweeping. He's using what looks to be it's really gross. It's it looks like moth hair, the fuzz off of essentially, and he's just kind of sweeping the main dock where you see little bits of insect poop and other things. He's kind of sweeping it off the ledge. Kind of turns, looks to you. Yeah.
We'd like to. Would you know if anybody could help us charter a dragonfly?
You want dragonfly?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What they just said.
Yeah, this is what you just said. Yeah, he kind of turns and leans his head around looking. There's Defta, and he kind of points a finger towards what looks like a gnome currently saddling up a dragonfly.
Did you say Deathica?
Defta.
Oh. I thought it was
That is
Jessica.
a sick album name.
I thought it was Jessica and Death mixed together, so it was
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Jessica? Oh my god.
Deathica.
Deathica. Dear Lord. No, Defta is her name. D-E-F-T-A.
I had no idea the gnomes were into metal.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty hardcore gnomes. I mean,
No,
the
they're
swords
more-
are silly. They are pretty, cool looking.
Very grungy.
All
The
right.
hell?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. He kind of goes back to what he's doing, just sweeping the ground.
Guy's totally smoking weed on the job. He's totally doing it, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll press the digitation around the area he's cleaning or about to go clean.
Ah, thanks.
Now what do I do?
Sit on your ass and get paid for it.
Yeah, he kind of walks away.
That's. All right, I'll go over to Defta then.
All right, as you guys walk, you walk through and you see you Panic hear an argument between two deep gnomes, and it's quite hilarious. They're literally arguing over a type of mud that someone brought in,
Okay.
and they're screaming over the mud that it is the wrong quantity of mud. It has been registered incorrectly, and the mud has to go back to the ground where it belongs.
Oh,
And the driver is just I worked really hard for this mud. How could you do this to me?
Monty.
And
you
it's
know what you-
hmm?
Do you know what you just did? You just
No.
described the video proper pizza etiquette.
I don't know that. So
It's gonna be a blessing. I'm showing it to you later.
okay,
Oh.
I will watch it later. They're just full on screaming at each other, and everyone else doesn't really notice. This appears to be pretty commonplace, but it is kind of amusing to see mud being a thing of such intense value and argument.
All right, I'll probably cut in there when I can. Excuse me.
What?
Okay.
Did we understand that in that language even without the translation? I feel like we don't need that translation.
You literally watch as like Panic just gingerly goes hi, and then the gnome, like this one gnome who is wearing like overalls, no shirt, has a handlebar mustache,
Oh, no.
completely bald, and has a really strong brow, like a fisticuffs guy.
Oh no.
Literally,
I
He
feel
looks
so
like
bad.
he looks like the Clash of
His-
Clans guy.
he in like one snap of the head turns.
Borky,
Sad.
every time I'm assuming we're all wincing back, right? Like Jesus.
Yeah. The hands are up and slowly pushing them forward.
Test ears just fold over to the side of his head.
Hey, who are you, Mr. Prince of the Horns?
Oh.
I'm the man that was sent by your king for this.
Oh, King Paffywapple, huh? Well, guess what? Go back to your king and ask him about dragonflies. Can't you see I'm busy?
How's it
There's
going,
someone you
Panic?
can refer me to then that isn't busy?
He just jabs a general. Like, he just waves his hand like, look at everyone, asshole. Look at everyone.
No, you described fucking 1940s New York.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Okay, where's it? Where,
I'll just scan the area and see who's available.
Wonder what their equivalent
Uh,
of Nathan's is.
You do see, like, what looks like kind of like a mounting area for dragonflies and beetles. Same place where the beetle's getting washed down, too. That kind of catches your eyes. The moment you turn your head away, he goes right back to berating this other guy who is equally in kind yelling back. It's an even fight. You do see, like, off to a kind of corner area, kind of out of the way of all the registry and whatnot, is kind of like a simple kind of tack place where they set up everything, so...
I'm gonna look for anyone who appears to not be in the middle of an argument.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You see what looks like some younger, almost scout-looking types. You see them kind of loading in the blow dart guns and loading in blow darts, mounting up on darker colored dragonflies. Theirs are definitely a bit more of a stone color compared to some of the others. There's some very vibrant dragonflies. There's some bright electric blues, some oranges and reds colored dragonflies.
Hmm. Probably what we're looking for then.
As one is kind of brushing and it kind of looks and goes, "Hey."
Hey.
He turns around. You see
Oh, fucking hell.
deep gnome kind of lift up the goggles and shake her hair a bit. She's kind of got this like almost like dreadlocks. She's got this very short cut kind of dreadlock hair. She looks like she's not dainty by any means, but she's also very pretty. She doesn't have fine features. She's got very like fortitude sort of characteristics. Like she looks like she could take a punch really well and deal a punch really well.
Like a gnome Avery.
Yeah, kind of. Except for Avery's pretty. This girl is like definitely like fearsome looking, if that makes sense. Like you
More,
would wanna
more,
get
of
on
a,
her bad
more
side.
rugged type of.
Yeah, rugged.
attractive.
That's the term. That's the term I would definitely use for it. You can see she's got like a full sort of leather insectoid armor sort of set on. She's got a pair of goggles that are kind of sitting at the top of her hair. Some of the dreads are kind of peeking through. Can I help you? She kind of leans back and looks at all four of you. Seeing Borky, you can see like she's calculating the weight ratios in her head. For all four of you.
Yes.
That'd probably be 2 bugs. We could do 2 bugs for you.
Okay.
The little one would have to ride with the big one, though.
That seems rational, yes.
And you and the very weird bug can go on the other one. Kind
Squark.
of looks at Greckles, kind of like, what the fuck?
Yes, my weird bug friend.
My weird moth.
Lamp.
She kind of
Undersun,
it snaps under her fingers.
go chase after this voice stealer.
Okay. She stands up. She slides and puts down the stone. I'm not flying you to the Undersun. Okay? Closest I could get you is to the Gauntlet. Which is somewhat equally as dangerous. So it'll cost a bit. How does that sound?
How much are we talking?
What you got?
Shit. You guys are buying telescopes, and now it comes time to. All right.
Task holds up the map size paper.
You watch as she's like kind of scratching her face, kind of looking at you, and slowly the fingers curl inwards and she stares.
And I also hold up the steak and waggle it.
Give a good whiff of that parchment there, Task.
We could have above game. Task.
That's-
We could have undersold her with just one of my sheets of paper.
That's
How much would you need to take all of us? Furthest you can go.
to the gauntlet, the entrance of the gauntlet, and she points at you. I'm not taking you through the gauntlet. I'll take the piece of paper, that little piece of wood, and you have to fight anything we run into. How about that? You're fighting the voice stealer, if not, so you must have some sort of skill to you.
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. All right, sign this tablet. And she pushes forward this tablet. Tongue doesn't like.
That's a big question.
No, it has to be spoken.
Yeah, so you look at that. You can't read what it says at all, but there's a little like line.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're
You
a
just have to
modern
scrape
Stone Age
it.
family.
It's like a scrape thing. You just scrape it across, and it leaves like a white line on the.
Oh, is it
sharp
like just
stone.
like making an X literally is
Yeah.
your entire signature?
You can write your name, but it's like it's not like you have to like like stone carve it into the stone.
It's like chalk, or like the effect of chalk, where you're just
Yeah.
rubbing
Oh,
rock
okay.
on rock.
It's like more permanent chalk. Yeah.
How does
Yeah.
history work in this fucking place if it's chalk?
Oral.
Oral. Hey, Gaijin. That's good.
I'm proud of you.
We need to find Rudy.
All right. Do you sign it?
Yeah. I scrape it.
You watch.
Like
She
left.
takes and she basically slaps that sucker on top of a pile, and then she looks at another deep gnome and goes, "You have to write another one." And this one gnome who's like literally just like sweeping goes, "Oh fuck," and walks over and begins to write another contract by hand because there's no
Oh.
printing, obviously. Like this really tight ponytail, which just explodes out the back. Wearing similar attire, similar goggles. As you look at her, she's definitely like more rough and tumble. Her nose is crooked. Looks like she's gotten into an actual fight maybe once or twice. And one of her ears looks like it's been like bitten off. There's like a little patch of like flap of skin where a whole ear used to be.
Ugh.
Gnomes have big ears. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
She jabs a thumb. Defta jabs a thumb at her and goes, "That's Bones, my sister."
Hello? Panic?
Hey. She kind of gives like a head jut. She kind of begins to like prepare the dragonfly, throws a saddle on it. They are big. These dragonflies are huge. They're bigger than horses.
Good.
They are very large and very long as well.
No, it's fantastic.
Task
Where are we
it-
going? Bulm says to Defta. "The gauntlet." Bulms just kind of looks at all you and goes, "Okay." Kinda gets
real
on the
quick.
dragonfly.
Yeah, Paddy, you've been saying a gauntlet a lot. Ask him what that means.
Look at each other and laugh. A gauntlet.
To be more specific?
A trial. That's where warriors go to test their strength. It leads to the Undersun. It's the most direct place into the Undersun, but it's not a fun place to be.
Trial by gnome,
No.
excellent.
We're not going to be knocked.
It's like, I've never been to the Undersun. I know of it, but I've never been there.
I think it's our best bet.
I mean, the other choice to get to the Undersun is to go through the Drow Citadel, but I don't think that's a very good option now, is it?
Wait, what?
Would you
Drow-
rather take the gauntlet?
Yeah.
The Drow Citadel is connected to the Undersun.
Makes sense to me.
Bulm was also connected to the Nyogi hatching grounds too.
Yeah, we're not dealing with that.
Oof.
We'll take the gauntlet.
Is that where they're killing each other right now?
Trial by gnome.
Wait a minute.
Yelling at each other. They kind of look to each other and goes, "Yeah, I guess they have been doing that lately, haven't they?"
We ran into a fight on our way here.
Is that so?
Yay!
We were caught right in the middle of it.
Yeah, you probably won't find them in the gauntlet, but I mean, we don't know what's in the gauntlet. We just know it's a gauntlet.
Then
You know,
how do you-
warriors go in there, and
How do you know that it's not like, if that's the case, then like,
swear.
do anyone come back out of it? Like, do we know? Did anyone tell tales of what happens when you become a warrior by trial by gnome?
Well, all the deep gnomes that have gone in to become a warrior haven't come back, but people from the Undersun have been seen coming out of that place. So,
Okay,
kind of shrugs.
Okay.
Okay, so you at least have to be tougher than the drow to.
Morky,
Okay, I think we can handle.
I'm pretty certain we'll most likely see that.
What?
My
What
God.
can you tell us about the Undersun just from your own experiences and lore and legend?
It's ruled by a demon or something, right, Bulma? And they kind of look to each other and kind of shrug. It's a place where it's a strange place, is what I've heard. I knew a guy who said he'd been down there, and he says there you can't fight. You can't fight nothing. If you fight, you die.
I keep hearing rumors of this great-eyed one, and I had no idea what it's about.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Wait.
fair.
So you're saying it's some kind of magical neutral ground? Does that work for anything that goes near the sun?
I don't know. That's what I heard, is that you go down there and you don't fight. That's all I was told. Could be a
Huh.
metaphor, could be literal. I don't know.
Guys, this sounds like some kind of weird union syndicate.
Well, we patched those before, right?
We've
Well,
passed
Look, with
several, I think.
respect, I'm not a historian. I literally ride giant bugs. And she kind of smacks the side of this big dragonfly, which is eating one half of an isopod at the moment, like a sandwich. It's like shoving it into its mandibles and just chewing.
Oh, Task does like the fucking like leopard gecko mouth open hugging Orby.
It's definitely pretty nasty, but the dragonfly appears to be very, very content.
Orby 2's in the
Great.
backpack as well. It's just for everyone else who's asking.
Alrighty, is that it? Are we good to go? Panic?
I think we're good to go.
I think that's
Yeah,
our
you're-
best bet.
Is
Yeah,
no
you're
one
s-
going to impede us, like gnome-wise, from going here?
No.
To book a like a round trip ticket, or is this just a one way? Like,
I was thinking about that.
How do we signal?
I mean,
What?
They don't expect us to come back, more likely.
we have, well, I mean, yeah, if you come back at all. There's to the north of the Gauntlet's cave entrance towards the Isopod fields is essentially we call it a buggy beetle. It is a beetle that will take you up to the great overshroom of the bioshroom. So if you head north from where you exit out of the Gauntlet, you can find your way that way.
Just take the bus to Port Authority, idiot.
No. Fast travel's right there. That's low key what we were just told. Okay. Bonfires
What was
there,
your-
boys.
You do remember talking to the drow from yesterday that they do actually have like little pocket settlements that are like connected via almost like a tram cart system, just a giant beetle on a line that can take you back up to the main sort of heart of this settlement, this community.
All right. So if we find ourselves in the jam, we'll just find one of these buggy beetles and go to the nearest settlement.
All right, so we're ready to go then.
All right, you watch as the gnome, just easy as like obviously you've done this 1,000 times before, jumps on to the back of this dragonfly. So Borky and Task, because of how heavy you guys are, you guys balance each other out, so you have to ride together. And then Panic and Greckles, you guys are together as well.
All right.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
Task, gonna be okay
Guys.
there? Hold on to me for safety.
Different than the griffins, considering that their wings, they have 2 sets of wings, so they have 4 wings in total, and they have this really long body. You kind of sit like right next to the gnome, and the gnome takes up like barely any space. Like there are kind of no real reins to them. There is a singular rope, which appears to be kind of like attached to the forehead, like the top part of the dragonfly. You watch as the wings begin to, like almost like a helicopter, like slowly begin to kick up some wind. Your hair gets thrown into the breeze. You watch as the two deep gnomes bring down their goggles really fast. I'm gonna try and find some appropriate music for this.
Task, like, stomach down on top of the area where he's sitting, fucking eyes dilated to shit. Task is hyperventilating right now.
Wait, hold up. You just gave me an idea.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Are you gonna fly to the Valkyries?
It is, yeah. Oh, I can't find it. I'm sad.
Aw, fly to the Bumblebee.
Oh, they changed. I wanted Flight
No,
of the
no, no,
Bumblebee.
no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
The fight music during the wedding.
This is.
I think so, yeah.
I now know. Okay, I now know what this reminds me of. It sounds like the theme that plays in the Warthog on Red vs. Blue, and I love it for that reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. The dragonflies begin to buzz. The sound is really feel a weightlessness as the dragonfly lifts off the air and begins to hover and maneuver around the docks. You guys, the moment you guys look down, your hearts, and you especially, Task, sink as you just see a drop and nothingness. Just that weird sort of reminiscent glow of the base of the Bioshroom.
Boys.
Oh yeah. You watch as the dragonflies dart and spin and whip. It's like almost like a roller coaster ride. There is no comfort here.
Borky,
Good.
Borky's just holding on to Task with one hand right now. Borky starts like taking the rope and wrapping it around him and Task and the pug at every interval. Gotta be safe, Task. This is a bit.
I was half
Yeah.
expecting you to go, Task, put your hands in the air.
It's not like a bird where wing flap, hover. It's like this way, this other way, down. Greckles, you guys are also having this really sort of like very jaunty sort of ride. You do see Task and Borky ahead of you. Task and Borky, you guys are flying with Defta, and Panic and Greckles, you guys are flying with Bulms. As you guys begin to fly, you begin to descend down. You begin to see the landscape rise up like monoliths, reminders of the Drow's presence in these lands. For the far off, giant wall of water that seems to be pouring out of the top around the mushroom. And as you guys begin to fly, you begin to get besieged by insects. The speed in which you are flying, you begin to feel like little on your body and on your face as little insects are kind of smashing up against your guys' nose and cheeks. Don't open that mouth as you guys proceed forward. It is cloud after cloud in sizes as you guys proceed forward.
If Task opens his mouth, I just hear the Yoshi tongue lick noise. Meow.
I was about to say, being a bird, wouldn't actually this be a delicacy?
You really can. You guys just open your
Hell yeah!
mouths and
Hell yeah!
it's a weird sensation. It's like a weird catching.
Think Majin Buu versus Vegeta, or versus Vegito.
God.
Oof.
Bug just flies right through the fucking neck.
Hey, kind of like knocking it. Then you watch as Borky and Task Dragonfly flies forward and then stops. It gets trapped on something and begins to flail and move.
Ah!
You begin to hear shouts and screaming the bzz, bzz, as this giant dragonfly seems to have been caught in a sticky web of
no!
some sort.
Oh, good.
What?
I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
No!
Fantastic.
No! 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 No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
7.
No! We're restarting the campaign.
Yeah.
11.
6.
11, 6, 7, and Borky.
Man, I'm not afraid of spiders, but I know there's a lot of people who hate this shit right now. I think spiders
15.
are cool as fuck. Here work at a zoo, so I used to handle tarantulas all the time, so I
Well,
got used to that.
they're defanged and shit, right?
Some of them are, some of them weren't.
Oh, good.
The one you have to worry about is when they flick hairs at you.
Yeah.
That's what we had a tarantula at my work that did that. She was
Nadine,
very sweet. She just
You don't
Like
flicked
hairs at you?
I don't know if you remember it, Nadine, but the house up north, the most northern house we lived in.
Yeah.
The spiders, Nadine. The
I
spiders.
know.
I just remember all the hunter spiders from being out in the countryside.
No,
in
you
Japan.
gotta understand that. You gotta understand. The spiders owned 1/3 of our house. It was their territory. We did not enter that zone. Good pull.
Alright.
I still gotta play that game.
Bork, because it is you are
Okay,
technically
so-
in a web.
Okay, so now how are we positioned on the web? Can you describe the web positioning here?
So the web appears to be vertically built.
Okay.
And as it kind of moves, you now begin to see the shimmering. It is a massive web.
Okay.
It is quite big. It looks as if it's kind of like a free-flowing net that is coming from another part of the bioshroom from above.
Okay.
I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I will do that. Yeah. 16.
Whoa.
16, you're fine. Your arm gets snagged. You're like, no, and you rip your arm out. The dragonfly, though, the more it's moving, the more ensnared it seems to be getting. And as you look up, I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Wait, can I use the spyglass?
You gave it to me.
Oh, I thought you handed it back to me.
Oh, well, okay. Sure, you can have it then.
I think it was just he was lending it to you for a couple seconds.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
perception, you said?
Yeah.
Borky looks up. Can Borky put it to his eye real quick?
Sure, yeah. It will not give you advantage on this. It's just a straight perception check.
9.
You do not see anything except for this web.
Aside from a giant spider, what else? No!
You guys cannot move in this environment because you are just perched on top of the back of this dragonfly, so there will be no movement in these
Yeah.
combats.
Okay.
Me and Borky.
Uh,
I start untying us up.
You want to help, like, break the webs?
Oh, yeah, Borky's gonna not pull out Ronfault, but in fact his, because he's got weapons on his back, Borky's gonna pull out his original, actually, you know what? He's gonna pull out the Gruul axe.
Yeah, you pulled the great advantage to escape here. Alright, Task, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Here I go. 13.
13. Yeah, you managed to, like, the dragonfly starts, like, as it's being, like, cut free, it kind of does a swing motion, and, like, a piece of webbing almost catches you by the neck, but you manage to kind of, like, duck, like, full-on limbo your nose out of the way where it won't catch you, and you are fine. I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Here I go. Oh my god, what are these rolls? 7.
7. Roll stealth. Yeah, you look around, you do not see anything either.
Alright, well...
We're a bit distracted right now because we got a flailing bug
Yeah.
we're riding.
Yeah, no,
No
that's
bug
fair.
is
That's
just
fair. That's
hanging
fair.
around.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
think of what to do at this point. Because I have something that might be able to help us. It's just that I need to see where this fucking thing is. So I'm gonna ready action my shots, and then when I do, on my shot, I'm gonna use Ensnaring Strike.
Okay. So you hold your action to ensnaring strike something you see.
Yep.
Okay. Get a surprise on you. You watch as you see a gray spider at first,
Oh, jeez.
for a second. And you see its mandibles, but then you notice that its front two, like, legs have hands at the end of them.
Oh my god!
Wow.
How big are the
Yeah.
hands?
Okay.
Human size. They are human-sized hands.
How big is the spider?
The spider is about the size of a giant spider. It is not a large creature, but it is a human-sized spider.
Ah.
You watch as it moves forward, and you see these mandibles, and slowly it shifts its head upwards, and it doesn't have the head of a spider. It has a humanoid head with the 8 eyes, a mouth with 2 mandibles coming out of each, and pointed ears.
Oh.
Gray. And you
Oh,
see how
fuck.
in its hand it has a dagger, and it's kind of creepily, like, fastly moving with the winging as this is happening. It is Task. Go ahead and roll your.
I have to hit it first.
Yeah, roll to hit.
It's got a knife, guys.
It has a knife. Yes.
Oh!
Oh.
Man, that one.
Oh, boy.
Natural one. To be fair, you didn't see this coming because they rolled a 21 on their stealth. You just, like, barely see it, and you shoot, and the creature lifts up the knife, and your arrow bounces across the knife, and it disappears into nothingness.
Fuck's sake.
As this thing is twitching, it is going to. What is it going to want to do here? Immediately, it's going to see Borky. Borky, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Nope.
That's
As you're
a
swinging
3.
and help.
Disney short, Mickey Mouse short.
No.
Oh.
No,
They
but
got
tell me
some
what
pretty
happened.
good faces.
You watch as the secondary one, seeing you task shooting that arrow, immediately scrambles down the web and swings with its dagger.
Oh boy.
That is going to be a 18 to hit you.
That will hit.
Okay. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And as the blade cuts through you, you take 12 points of poison damage as you feel pulsing in the side of your neck. This thing is salivating. You see, like, drips of slobber coming out of the bottom of the mouth. The third one.
For flavor's sake, Borky's
Seeing-
pupils are very tiny right now.
Let's have it see if it notices the second dragonfly. It does not notice the second dragonfly. It is more interested in the dragonfly before it. It is going to attack the dragonfly you guys are currently on.
Oh no.
With the... That is definitely... Oh, actually... Nope, yeah, that'll hit. It's going to be 4 plus 8... 13... 17 points of damage to the dragonfly. Oh! You watch as it strikes the dagger into the chest of the dragonfly, and you hear this horrendous screeching noise as the dragonfly is whipping around, still injured and unwell. That brings us to Greckles. It is now your turn.
How far away are they from our position?
30 feet, about 30 to 20 feet or so.
Gotcha. And are all three of them pretty much in relatively close melee range with the rest of the party?
Yes, all three of them have completely come right up towards the dragonfly at this point.
Gotcha.
They don't appear to have any semblance of ranged ability beyond their webs, as they obviously are already in one, so...
All right. So one of them's attacking Tass, another's attacking the dragonfly, and the other one cast a spell. I assume at a distance. Then. Okay.
The one in the middle, you could hear cast the spell. The one on the left side has stabbed Task, and the other one on the right side it appears to be trying to go for.
And see if I can hit that caster.
Okay.
And hit.
That'll hit.
40. No, excuse me. Yeah, 46. Well, I could have been better. 10.
And concentration check.
I'm doing my best, Borky.
9, it fails.
Yeah!
So Borky, you can suddenly move again as wanes, and the creature, you hit it right in the creature's eye, and the creature's like, and rips out your, you threw a dart, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It rips the dart from its eyes, and you just see this yellow, almost bioluminescent liquid leaking from the socket.
Oh, good.
As it's
Easier
whipping,
target.
it's waving its limbs around, kind of swinging wildly in agony.
All right, in that case, we'll just chuck another one right in that same spot. That is a 12.
Does not hit. As you go to fire again, this thing is swinging wildly, and it knocks the dart with the back of its hand out of the way.
Gotcha.
All right.
That's me then.
Okay, Panic, it is now your turn. The Dragonflint is getting closer, the one you're on, but not too close as to be in threat range.
How clumped together are these things?
They're very clumped together.
Very clumped together within a
Yeah.
10-foot radius sphere, you would say?
Yeah, I would say so.
Shatter those bitches.
Okay.
Will this also hit my friends?
No, I will, because this is Theater of the Mind, I will say it will not hit your friends.
All right, they all need to make a Constitution saving throw then.
Okay. So the first one, the one that stabbed Task, that is definitely going to pass. That is a 19.
Yep.
The one in the middle, the spellcaster that is flailing, that's an 11, so that's a failure. The one that is currently trying to take a chunk out of the dragonfly, natural 20. So the one in the middle fails, the other two succeed.
All right.
10 and then 5, the rest of them. So that one.
What the
should-
fuck? I rolled 2 1s.
Yeah.
and-
Roll 20, what the fuck?
I rolled 2 1s too, dude. I know how that feels. And a 2.
I rolled 2 nat 1s as well.
Stop it. Stop it, roll 20.
The web takes damage also, and it does not get a Constitution saving throw because it is a web. You watch as the centermost point where you landed that shatter spell rips, and the entire web swings down. The dragonfly that's body was facing upwards is now facing downwards and vice versa. So the spiders are now all at the bottom part, whereas your allies are now above, but they have swung over and down.
Fuck
That
you!
brings us to the dragonfly's turn. With advantage because of Borky's assistance, the dragonfly is going to attempt to escape. Let me grab my dragonfly stats. Real fast, I had it out here. Nice. Well, the moment you stare into the eyes of these creatures, you realize what they are. They are Choldriths.
Oh shit.
They are they used to be humans, or some manner of civilized humans, that made a deal with the god of spiders and are turned into them in the most direct sort of way.
They're just
They are.
super into spiders.
Yeah. Okay, dragonfly. with
That's it,
advantage.
Mom. When I grow up, I want to be a Sholdrith that hunts below the ground. You're just like your father.
Borky.
That inflection's
You help-
terrifying.
No, your assistance to the dragonfly allows it to break free of the web.
Ah, yes.
Hooray.
As it rips free of the web, though, the spiders are going to take swings at you guys because you guys are technically leaving the threat range. But vice versa, you guys also get free swings towards them as well. So, Borky first dagger attack towards you. That is totally going to miss. That's a 9. The spellcaster is going to swing as well.
Just a quick thing, Monty. I have escaped. Oh, I
Oh.
love this ability.
They all stay with these wide gate arms. You see now there's a chunk of the dragonfly still on the net.
Man.
As you guys your dragonfly is definitely swaying a lot, but you guys are
11.
11. Okay, you look at this dragonfly. It's definitely not looking good. It is
Okay.
swaying. It is not keeping proper flight. It did get a huge, like, you got hit with an attack like that and it hurt.
Okay.
You can only imagine what it would have done to like just an animal like this
Cure
dragonfly.
wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
Borky also just kind of says to Defna, because she's piloting, right? Your language. Go!
Yeah, she doesn't understand.
10 plus my spell modifier, which is spell it wisdom. Oh, it's my wisdom. Plus my wisdom, which is 2. So
You heard this noise and you looked over the side and you can see just liquid falling out of the side of this dragonfly, and that stops, and the dragonfly kind of swaying side to side suddenly stabilizes and is okay.
Are we out of turn order now?
Yeah, we are at a turn order now.
Oh, can firebolt that webbing and just watch them run and scream.
All right, go right ahead. Roll to hit.
vindictive.
It is a bit harder to hit.
That's a 20.
That's fine. That hits. It's a DC 10 to hit them. So you watch as those creatures begin to scamper upwards really fast.
That's one less thing to worry about.
You know what she said, but you assume it's some sort of thank you or something of an equivalent.
Yeah, no problem. As his free, like he like.
If they're sending curtains, you watch as the dragonflies begin to descend slowly and surely.
Oh goodness. Okay.
You're all about to see something.
I'm gonna go get me a chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go snack on something as well.
Is anyone staying here real fast?
I could stay for a little bit, but I do want to eat something.
Can you stay for someone to come back and I'll swap up with you?
Sounds good. I will do that.
Hi, chat!
Sup, chat? How you doing, chat? How you doing, chat? Script Daddy with the bits! Hi, Monday. Hello. Drop some bits right now and I will read them out. I promise and swear to you. Monty can't complain about Koo's bone spider this week. Monty, I'll never forgive you. Good job. I know, I'm sorry. That scruffy guy. Have the rest of my bits. Gonna have to catch the rest on the VOD as it's 4:30 a.m. Catch a good session. Yeah. Jake Kaizen. Hi, Monty. I got my braces out today. You are free of the demons. Argent Lyle. The web is on fire. We don't need no spiders. Let the motherfuckers burn. Hex. Thank you so much. Monty.
Oh.
Probate! I like how Monty basically refuses to bring in Driders, but will tease with horrors like the Childreth. Looking forward to Chitin. I love him.
No.
Carmen Zero. Hi guys, gonna be DMing some one-shots here in a few weeks. Advice? Pace. Effective sheep. I'm currently making some new races with your consent. May I tweet you and Zito them? For sure. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to look at them closely, unfortunately. It's a lot of reading. 321 Game Mode, just saying that I'm enjoying the show and hope you are too. Thank you, 321 Game Mode. Well, serious. While I'm growing with concern at my DM's hint of a Lothan Drow in such a rare campaign now after seeing these, guy for this Underdark, don't you, Monty? I really like Volos, okay? I really like, but I won't be, like, that's an official character from D&D.
What do you mean Tiamat doesn't exist?
Yeah, it's totally, it's Orthoc, right?
Yeah.
Frost Dragon 28, Monty Y, 100% approved. And they're kept the usage of paper banknotes as currency. Maybe, I don't know.
Dude, you just described fucking, like, the East River on fucking Brooklyn, so don't worry about it.
Bits. Gumsy, kinda guy. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Brachiozoid, even though he's a nerd!
Oh.
Spirit of Blood. I want food. Ice Boot, thank you for 200 bits. Money, do you know of any wild magic tables that are better than the player book? I have a list. Don't use that one. Ebia,
Connor, you have to give me that.
Ebia 7, thank you for the 100 bits. These spider-like people scare me, Monty. Even if I do like Rachera and the Monmusu, I don't know what that is. And my friend agrees that FF9 is really good and is waiting for me to fit the wand story you read out to me.
Oh my god, the bucket of the bucket of wands of Magic
Yeah.
Missile.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Okay, here's the premise at least. Okay, so there are these people in a town. They're civilians. They don't have any character classes. Their class is civilian or like townsperson. Wands of Magic Missile, but whenever you use them, you also roll on the wild magic table.
Wow.
Oh,
And what they used was the D10,000 wild magic table.
My favorite one is the one where it says like any body of water now has a shark added to it.
No, oh yeah.
God.
No, it's now in.
Oh, 6882. Target's arms just straight up vanish.
Caster.
Working on an idea for a class that's usable for PC that are small creatures. So this was a fun adventure, guys. This is we are truly we'll learn how to understand this. By the way, actually, I can mention this. Today something came out TFS related.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Kai.
I can't believe you did that.
That was a nod to Connor, Monty, and this community.
I had to.
By the way, I don't die in this version.
I'm gonna be serious with you there.
I think
we just realized we didn't cover it. And we just added that on at the end.
I think I died the most with the custom.
You peaked.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
you peaked.
That's just sad. That's just sad. Without,
Oh.
it was just. It was a lot of fun to record that.
God.
What else do we have here on the table? Unless you got other things to read off on
Thank you,
the
script.
list there.
Yeah, one second. I think you script, Daddy. A roll of 2 on the regular wild magic table. 11 rolls later, I was being reincarnated after eating an owl bear. While 2.
Master thinks.
The caster thinks he has the gift of prophecy.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see it.
The caster thinks he's a bard.
3740. Next meal prepared by caster tastes like demi-human flesh.
There's also the caster wakes. The caster wakes each day naked, clothes hanging in a tall tree.
I want to thank Avion Fan with 1,000 bits. What's next? Freaking Xanathar? Wait, no, don't actually do that. 1,000 bits. Thank you, Avion Fan. Choldrith. Looking forward to Chitanes. 500 bits from Monster for everyone's arachnophobia therapy. Thank you so much. Defector Sheet with 500 bits. I'm currently making some new races. With your consent, may I tweet you and Zito them?
I mean, you can go ahead. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Let's serious with the 500 bits. I'm growing more concerned at my DM's hints of Lolth and Drow and such in our campaign now after seeing these. Frost Dragon with the 500 bits as well. Why? I have 100% approve.
This one's just fucking horrible. This one I just found. 3957. When caster dies, his corpse turns inside out and floats away.
He must go now. His planet needs him. Literally is a rip.
Nothing beats quad zeros. The nearest star
Assume, unless the nearest star isn't necessarily the brightest star or the big.
New existence.
God damn it.
500 bits from Argent Lyal 14. So Borky just like
Damn, I
quintupled his
heard
money with
Zito's
that
laugh.
trade.
I heard Zito's laugh in my kitchen, and I came back, and I was like, whoa.
43.95. Jewelry burns the target like fire indefinitely.
Okay, well, one more bit drop we had here from Ski Bro with 1,000 bits. Linking that is the effects. Thank you so much, Ski Bro 86836 for posting that, and Ice Booth EB7. Thank you all so much for the bits as well.
Alrighty.
Wait, one more. If you've got nothing, if you're bored and got nothing to do, look through the D10,000 Wild Magic table. It is a treat.
The god smiles upon our plans.
You say that, and like in Alavas, everyone would look up at that, shrug, and keep about their business, because that's just the way it be in Alavas.
In Alabas.
Jeez. You guys fly for what feels like about maybe 30 or 45 minutes with the dragonflies. Eventually, you guys come into a descent, and you begin to see the towering wall that goes all the way up to the peak of the great giant bioshroom. You see a cavern entryway that appears to be carved. There seems to be like a carving. It's quite big. And you watch as the... how long does tongues last for Panic?
An hour.
Okay. Perch on some sort of cracked rocks in the earth, and the bzzz finally draws to a silence. You guys watch. They kind of give a little like side kick to their dragonflies, which bzzz begin to take off, and they begin to fly back. You are left once again in the wide open space of this massive cavern. Eerie silence
How
around.
big's the entry point?
It's about, I would probably say about 18 feet, if not taller, in height.
So is this this is against the wall now?
Yeah, it is carved into the wall. Yeah.
Is this the outside edge of the dome or the middle, the actual central hub?
The dome? What are you talking about?
Well, the mushroom, everything under.
Like the cave? The
Yeah.
cave? This is like all the way to the far like east of the cave. Like you are hitting the eastern cave wall here
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
from the mushroom. Yeah.
Monty drinking a potion.
You drinking a potion? For sure.
Sorry
Well,
for all
that's
this choking.
No worries.
2d4 plus 4. Here I go.
Also, I want to say like not like syrupy, it's thin, it's like water in consistency.
feels
but
like there's
tastes
sand in
like
it.
syrup.
It feels like
tastes like.
Oh my
God,
god.
you pour
Sorry.
that
All
toxin
right.
in my wounds.
You drink your potion, and you guys are left in front of this door. Borky, you begin to feel something tugging at your brain a little bit.
Hmm?
Borky.
Oh no.
1 second, guys. BRB.
Borky.
Borky grabs onto Ronfault.
Take me closer to that door. I wish to take a look.
So we're seeing a giant door here, right?
Yeah, you're seeing like it is open. There's no like door, but there's like a frame to it that is.
Ronfault says he wants to see the door. Something about it. So you cover me.
Looking ahead, and with your superior dark vision, you swear in that cavern you see like a little bit of a light, but
Action.
that's a bonus action.
Borky's gonna pop one of those. What did we call them? We called them the Willow Spec. These things hit like a ton of bricks. $12.
12.
Not bad. 53. All right. There we go. And,
All right.
yep.
It is now the Boulette's turns. They heard you move, Borky, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This one's going to move over here on this side. This one's going to move on the other side.
Oh dear.
First one with disadvantage because it can't see you. That is going to be a 14.
It does not hit me.
Okay, the second one. A natural 20 for the first roll.
No.
Soft
Because
20 for
Borky
the second
activates
roll.
the dodge ability.
It already has disadvantage,
Oh.
so
Oh,
that
so-
won't affect it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I don't activate.
That imposes disadvantage, and they already have disadvantage due to the being blind.
Okay.
So that does still hit, unfortunately. It's a soft 20.
It's better than that 20.
Oh my god.
28. You take 32 points of piercing damage, cut down to
Okay.
16.
Here's the truth of the way rage works. If I'm in a round of combat and I'm not in combat with something, I lose my rage.
Yeah, but they just attacked you, so you still have rage.
Thank
So
God.
the way I understand it is that if you don't attack and then the enemy doesn't hit you, you lose rage. But if
Okay.
you don't attack and then the enemy hits you, you still are raging because you're still in combat.
Got it. Okay, that's good. I was actually
That
really...
is that is how I am ruling it. I'm pretty sure that's what the player's handbook says. If it's not, that's how I'm ruling it because you would drop it a lot if that were the case.
All right, so how many points of damage do I take?
You take 16 points of damage, piercing damage. That is with the reduction.
All right, 1 second. I'm down to -6. Already 3. Okay. Oof. All right, continue on the story. Continue on the story.
All right, the bullet that is between Task and Greckles is kind of looking between the two of you. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see which one it goes for.
Alrighty.
Rolled a 1, so 1 or a 2 is gonna go for Greckles. So Greckles, unfortunately, it's gonna
That's
roll up
fine,
right in front of your business.
I can see it coming, so I can do some things about it.
That is gonna be another soft 20 to hit you.
Mm-mm.
6, 7, 14,
God.
20, 24 points of damage to you.
I will dodge out of half of that damage.
Yeah, it bites down on your leg and you manage to slip out, but it definitely leaves a mark.
So 12 was it then?
Be 13.
13. Okay,
26 points cut in half is 13.
gotcha.
As it gnashes down, you see it's got a mouthful of feathers between the teeth. It kind of spits it out.
Right.
That ends their turn. Task, it is now your turn.
All right, well, I'm taking pot shots at 100 mark, boy.
100 mark for sure.
All right, and it gets Colossus Slayer because I did scratch it before.
And
Yeah,
I did
it
stab
was-
it in the face.
It was quite hurt, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so first shot.
Ooh.
Natural 20
Yeah!
with a 30. Jesus.
Oh,
I
that
roll
feels
your
good.
damage there.
It's a 30 on nat 20. Good lord.
Yeah, that's going to be 12, and then Colossus Slayer is also doubled, and Hunter's Mark is also doubled as well.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
Yeah, it hurts. That's a 12.
Be
Oh.
very quiet, motherfucker.
I'm hunting bullets.
2. So that's 4.
So, roll again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's doubled.
I usually roll it twice because it's more fun.
Yeah.
That's be 5. And then Colossus Slayer times 2.
Colossus Slayer is an 8, so 2d8. 8.
Nice.
Hey.
So, 25 points in total.
That was
to
the
this
first shot.
creature. That was the first shot. So let me just really quickly calculate this.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be. Yeah, you hit this thing. So you aim like towards the back of its neck, but then you notice its tail is kind of up, and you see its end. You see one of its end, and you're just like, oh yeah. You just take an arrow
Oh.
and you shoot, and Greckles, as you're in front of this thing, it goes, ah! Like it completely tenses up. That is your first shot.
Fantastic.
Bottom lip curled underneath the top of its upper lip and everything.
Oh yeah.
Second shot.
14.
14.
As you go to like fire again, the thing turns around and stares at you, snarling, and it bounces across like the front plate of its face, and you're just like, uh-oh.
I flip at the bird and slide back like in the fucking like in the cartoon, the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Greckles, it is now your turn.
All right. So this thing's still focused on me at the moment, isn't it?
Oh yeah, as Task runs away, it turns back to you, the immediate target.
Gotcha, gotcha. Let's see here. Let me see. How much can I move? 20. 20. I think I could do that. All right. God, I am never going to use that other dagger because it takes an entire action to activate it.
Yeah.
Which, oh boy. Anyway,
It's one of those activated before combat starts sort of weapon.
Yeah, it's a good assassin weapon. Anyway, Sad's attack away. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That's a
That'll hit.
19
That will hit.
for 8 points of damage.
Okay, 1 second. Let me
And-
just quickly calculate this.
Sure.
All right.
And then let's see here. 15.
You do have to walk around because that is a solid wall, so you have to
Okay,
calculate
so let's
the
see
wall.
here. 10. Oh, too many arrows.
Actually, you have to go around. You cannot go through enemies, so you have to go around him.
That's fine. I'll bonus action dash in that case. 10, 25, 40. Oh yeah, I can make it. I got 80
Yeah.
feet of movement.
Yeah, you're good. You just have to go around him. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure I do it right. God, those things hit really hard. Looking over at a Borky in panic.
And then 2 other ones that are currently blinded, but very clearly can see. Well, not see, but like sense. All right,
Bye, Task.
Panic. It is.
Yeah, I'm dead. Goodbye, friends.
Panic. It is now your turn.
Knowing that these things can't see, but they can sense things,
But they can.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy again on this spot right here, right behind them.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Nice.
Soft 20.
Okay. They kind of turn and look behind them immediately.
Excellent.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
I'm just going to make the ground shake behind them.
Yeah, they seem to both kind of look, and you see they're kind of like spanning the distance.
That'll
Borky.
end my turn.
Borky, it is now your turn.
I still have advantage on these things. Alrighty, here we go. Borky.
Oh, sorry. Time out for a second. Task, you had inspiration. You could have used it on the second short bow shot if you wanted to.
Oh shit! Could I have? I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just realized that. in
Yeah.
post.
I'm bored.
I would like to do that.
What was? It's a D8 right now, or is it a
The
D10?
D8, yes.
The D8. So roll a D8 just to see if it hits.
Sure thing. Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. I should have remembered. Still
Uh,
not gonna hit, so that's fine.
Okay.
Figured might as well give it a shot. Who knows? Give it a shot. Hey,
Haha.
Haha.
Porky. Now it's your turn. Sorry about that.
Alrighty, Borky's, between the two of them, which one's looking more... Borky's going to be targeting the one that he's already done a lot of damage to.
The one that looks like it has the most damage done to it would probably have to be this one that was bullied.
Yeah, that one that Borky's really been laying into.
Yeah, its jaw is like bleeding on one side. It definitely seems still able to fight and very like solid, but it has definitely taken a lot of damage from you.
Okay. Because Borky is, you know, at first you don't succeed, try again. So Borky's gonna swing down his great sword on.
You have advantage because of fairy fire.
Yep.
Hot damn.
26.
Nice. Do you crit on a 19?
No.
No, that's a fighter thing. Okay,
Yeah.
that's gonna be 12 points of slashing
What?
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Fighters
can crit on
Fighters
19.
crit on 19.
I thought barbarians also did brutal
A certain
critical.
one.
Brutal critical is you get double dice damage. Your crit
Ah.
is more powerful. Yeah.
Soka.
You slash into this thing's side, an eruption of blood sprays across the wall. It was first entranced by that vibration, then turns and looks towards quote unquote you, Borky. That's your first attack.
And Borky's gonna just keep at her nonstop. Borky's gonna swing down Romfault again. 19.
That's a 19. That'll also hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that one.
15 slashing damage.
20.
You slash off one of its legs and it falls forward onto the ground like.
Is it prone?
No, it's not prone. It's still up, but it's definitely staggering now. It is now the Blet's turn. The one immediately in front of you, Borky, knowing that you were engaged with it, is going to try and bite at you with disadvantage. That's probably not going to hit. No, that's going to be a... Actually, that might be a 16. That might actually hit you.
You said 16?
Yeah.
1 over my armor class.
Damn. All right. 2, 7, 17, 25, 29. Cut in half to
these-
14 points of
Can
damage.
these things do anything not over 25 points damage? God damn.
No! They are hard hitters. So 14 points of damage to you.
Yeah,
the
Borky,
other
fucked
one-
up.
The other one that's horrendously distracted is going to move its full movement to get to that spot, which gives Borky an attack of opportunity. As it goes running off and bites at the ground where the vibrations are coming from.
22.
22. that hits.
13 points of slashing
12.
damage.
13 points. Very nice. You slice its back and it rears forward, snapping into the ground, and then realizes, oh shit, you were behind me the whole time.
Dumbass.
It cannot reach you. The Boulette is going to take a dash action task to catch up with you. It gallops full sprint towards you. The ground shakes with each step.
Hey, how's it going?
That ends their turn. Task, it is now your turn.
Eep, eep. Well, I'm stuck in this fucking corner. Is the entrance behind me closed, or can I take the fight outside?
No,
God forbid?
you can run, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm not gonna
We'll just-
run, but
I can just do this. I just close it off because I figured you guys wouldn't have to go back, but you know, you never know what to expect.
shit happens. Alright, so... Actually, alright. How much HP do I have? Because I have one more spell I can probably throw off and possibly hit this guy. Actually, let me check something. I want to see if... No, that's not real. Don't listen to that.
I'll ignore that one.
Nobody can prove that one. This spell targets blah 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 at higher levels. They increase in 1d6 per shot level. Okay, so Ensnaring Strike does have a higher level. I'm gonna
Okay.
take it because my higher levels aren't all that useful.
Okay.
Uh,
For maybe cure wounds, but that's about it.
yeah, for cure wounds, but for right now, I need to fucking stop this thing from advancing.
Now you are shooting into melee, so it would be with disadvantage.
I'm moving out with this thing takes disadvantage
Okay.
to attack me.
Oh, that was a 19 on the first one. That is going to be an 11 for the second one. So it
misses.
misses. You just feel the jaws, the wind of the jaws snap, almost grabbing your tail as you run down.
Slide, just like fucking 90 plank in the fucking air and then roll out of it.
Okay.
And first shot I'm gonna take on this fucker is going to be an Ensnaring Strike at level 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
buddy. There we go.
Oh, I gotta hit him first. 21.
That hits. That hits.
Alright, so he takes 2d6 Ensnaring, and let me just pull this up.
Yeah, just click the spell. That'll make it a little easier.
Yeah, sure. Kablam. No, fuck, wrong thing. There we go,
Whoops.
kablams up.
Alright, strength save or be restrained. Okay, so what's your DC?
13.
Okay. It just beats you by 1 with a 14 as a +4 strength, so he's a strong boy. He's a big boy.
Alright, well he's not restrained, but he's still taking the hit.
He still takes the damage, yeah.
Yeah, he's still taking damage. Alright, so that's my attack plus 2d6. And then
Okay.
Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark. Alright, so
So-
9.
9.
So that's 2d6. I'm gonna make it 3d6 because that's all. That's
The level.
considering- Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, man.
And now Colossus Slayer.
I don't know if this damage goes off because it says while restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. It doesn't indicate other damage for the spell.
Ah, shit. Alright.
Yeah,
well,
so I don't think it takes that damage. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Can I at least get the 6 on Colossus Slayer? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
Hunter's
yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, the 6 from above, I'll take that, and the 8 from Colossus Slayer, I'll take that as well.
Alright, cool.
So that'll
So
be
9, 15.
Plus 14, so that's going to be 24 points of damage. You shoot directly into the chest, and it actually forces the thing back, and its claws dig into the ground, and it scrapes as the impact of the blow actually manages to, like, almost knock it off its feet for a moment, and it just kind of exhales, and you see this warm breath expunge out of its mouth into the damp and wet cave. That was your first shot.
Oh my god, it was my first shot.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going,
Yeah.
dude. Keep going.
Second shot.
Oh.
Oh,
hits.
then that 20 on the other side.
I
28.
know. Soft 28. Yep, that hits. Roll damage there. So it's just gonna be 10. Still good. You shoot again and you strike this thing right in the eye, and it kind of rears back, clawing at its face, pulling the shaft out, and it clatters on the stone floor. That
That's
ends
my
your
turn.
turn. All right, Greckles, it is now your turn.
Greckles looks over to Borky. You got this, big guy. And is gonna
Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog the hell out. Bonus action
Okay.
dash to get behind this thing because it's
Okay,
preoccupied
guys,
with
you
task
gotta,
right
you
now.
gotta describe which ones you're going for, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. The one that, like I said, the one that was going after Task. So
right.
opposite to where we are, going down the hall, as it's scampering down the hallway, reeling. I was just like, oh, hello there. Let's see here, just to make sure that was 50. Yeah, it was 50 feet. So I will have 30 to work with after that, and
So it is aware of you to run up to it because you didn't use a hide action. So it does see you as you approach.
fine, fair enough. And that is a natural 20.
Roll 20.
Oh,
Damn it.
if only I could sneak.
Sneak attack. Sorry, but it
No,
does.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to get there without dashing. So whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine. So that is 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. That is literally one above what you need to kill this thing.
Oh,
As you
yeah!
it rears back and pulls the shaft out, and as it's reared back, Task, you watch as like climbing it like stairs. Greckles goes running up the different like plates on its back, grabs it by the front of its nose, and takes the dagger and just stabs it in the other eye. And it rears back, and you watch as Greckles pulls it his own weight to bring it onto its back. He brings the blade around and brings it right down in the chin, where there's a soft, squishy piece right in the neck of the jugular.
Nice to know the dagger finally came in use.
Greckles does that little 2-finger salute and then immediately bolts back out. I got 30 feet to work with. There, let me just double check, make sure. One
You have
more
one
space.
more
Yep. Okay, and then that's turn.
Okay.
She again on the opposite corner. And by the way, I can have 3 of these going at once.
Oh my. Check for me.
Now there's another one at the opposite end. 24.
Yeah, there's no way. So where are you putting them? Can you just...
Areas are just rumbling.
Yeah. It's almost like a sheet of blindness from its perspective. It just sees that. Okay. Right off another rage slot.
Yeah,
And that is your bonus action.
Yeah, down to 2 rages now. And Borky is going to swing with Ronfall. He's going to keep on going.
Okay. With advantage, 18.
18.
That hits.
Fairy Fire's a godsend, by the way. 15
Yeah.
slashing damage.
15 slashing damage.
Yeah.
Chopping wood as you swing it down, and there's kind of like a hooked edge to the top of Ronfalt's sword, and you just hook it in the front and just pull and carve through the entire front part as it slumps down dead in front of you.
Borky's just like, die, 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 die! Instead of moving, can I just ready an action?
No, it takes your full action to ready an action. Take another.
I won't
attack,
take
it's
another
fine.
attack. I'm just going to stay there.
You entered a
Alright.
frenzied rage.
Yes.
Doesn't that give you 3 attacks?
No. Oh,
No, because it makes your bonus action another attack, but it takes a bonus action to
Ah.
activate Frenzy Rage.
Yeah, build
Yeah.
up the frenzy a little bit here, right? The thing is, right now, I have 1 attack, and I'd rather stay right here because you just distracted that thing and give me a time to go in there and blitz it with 3 attacks. Essentially, not to metagame, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. No,
This is
it's not
strategy.
metagame.
It's
That's a
it's
strategy.
fine.
That's my strategy right now. It's just
It's not metagame,
Alright.
it's clarification.
Okay.
It is the Boulette's turn, and it is basically all the way blind now. It is going to move forward and like attack randomly this space around it. And since none of you are nearby, no one gets an attack on them. That ends its turn. Task, it is now your turn.
All right. Let me do some calculating. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be able to shoot it from here, unfortunately. I'll just dash action this way.
Okay. You kind of jump over the corpse and slide down the back of it and land on the ground and then run over.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's my turn. Oh, wait a
Reckon-
minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
What?
jeez.
Pass Hunter's Mark onto the other one.
Bonus action for sure.
This
Okay.
thing is triple fucked.
That's my turn.
Freckles, it's now your turn.
All right, Monty. Since this thing is twice ways blinded and emitting light, would I get sneak attack on it?
Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
All right. So
Well,
bonus action.
you'd get sneak attack just simply for the fact that you have advantage on it.
Yeah.
All right. So bonus action dash the 60 feet. Just leap in the air and just stab the shit out of this thing once and for all with the sads.
Okay.
With advantage.
23.
That is a 23.
That will hit.
All
This
right.
thing is still bulky. It's still pretty healthy. That's me 9
7,
points.
8, 9, and
Sneak attack damage.
go another 11.
Nice. Not bad. Not bad. You run up the back as it swings a claw. You land on the claw and use that to jettison yourself down, and you stab it right in the jaw with your dagger. It swings and you kind of are thrown to the side, but you land and you kind of flip on your back and back onto your taloned feet, and you kind of wipe your beak a little bit as some of the ichor from the blood of the blade kind of splats across your face.
I got 5 movement left. I'm gonna just move a little bit to the south. Let Borky
Okay.
have that big opening.
And Panic, it is now your turn.
Move forward a little bit. Thaumaturgy one more time.
Okay.
Right here.
Behind it. All right.
Yep.
Roll a deception check. Oh,
Jesus.
16?
you rolled a natural 1.
Oh!
-4, so -3.
Okay.
Very
For
fried.
flavor,
Say.
can it be like bending down and like shaking its little tiny butt in the air? Like
It's
back
like
and
digging a hole. It is literally like digging a hole in the ground trying to find the sound that you've produced.
Where is it? Where's the trigger?
Sad. All right, Borky, it's your turn. Unless Panic wants to do something else on his turn.
I think I'm good.
All right,
it ends.
Borky, it's now your turn.
Go for
It
it, big
ends
boy.
as it begins. Ha ha! Borky just jumps over the beast. 3 attacks this time with advantage. Natural 20.
Natural 20! Oh my god!
Who
All
loves
right.
you, baby? Who loves you, baby?
So
Mwah, I kiss Panic right on the lips.
Oh.
And then roll another 2d6 for me as well.
Fucking Christ.
Now it's brutal critical.
Now,
Yeah.
this is.
Or
Oh.
brutal critical. And then if you know what the scary thing is, brutal critical stacks. So if
Yep.
you get brutal critical from being a barbarian, it stacks with being a half orc as well.
13.
So that's
Quad
the-
damage.
That's 13 plus 2 for the rage plus 7. 22.
So that's gonna be 22 points of damage. Yeah, it's like a blender hits this thing. It makes a hole, and then you just see Borky just bash it over and over again in its hole. And by the time you guys turn and look and see what's in the hole, it's just like mangled parts and like a red soup in like this divot in the earth.
Borky actually turns, plants Ronfalt on the ground, and just fucking flexes. Ah!
Covered in bite wounds.
And then
you're
Borky
bleeding
falls over.
pretty badly.
Borky falls backwards.
Task claps to them. Congratulations, you all done something that would usually take 24 of us to take down.
I feel like
Good work.
24 of them hit me.
Good work, team. And I'll drop every other effect that I have going except for detect magic.
Oh.
So let's put this. Is this better be the way forward? If it's like just a sorry wrong way sign, I'm gonna die. I will accept the sweet embrace of death.
Task will go carve.
Those things beat
Alright.
the shit out of
Roll
me.
a survival check.
Beat the shit out of all of us.
They are big. This is the biggest problem with boulettes. The material that they give off is big and heavy, and it's hard to maneuver and cut.
Borky's gonna
But
try.
you managed to get 2 boulette faceplates.
Nice. Okay.
That's about the size of like a medium creature's shield, about yay big.
Ooh.
And then anyone else who wants to roll a survival check as well.
I would suggest it because, oh boy, the things we could do with this stuff.
Oh, Borky, that's a natural
Oh.
one.
That's a natural one from Borky. Hey.
That's a 4.
We saved our bad rolls. We saved our bad rolls for the end, guys.
Could I-
Let's just.
Could I try?
You may try, yes.
Come on, roll that bard luck.
Hell
Second
yeah!
17.
Porky, you are exhausted and like you just physically can't handle carving these things. Greckles, you don't even know where the fuck to begin.
Yeah, for real. Just like, what the fuck are these things?
Panic, you managed to collect out of all of them 3 large nails, like big talons from the bullets, as well as 5 medium ones as well.
Nice.
So in
Large,
total,
5 medium.
so 3 large talons, 3 large talons, 5 medium talons, and 2 faceplates.
Okay, I need you to know.
That's will audibly whistle. I can't whistle.
Yeah, you panic, Connor. You can.
Yes.
With that, you can make Vega's blade.
All right. Well,
Has like impressive impressive whistles. I can't whistle, like I said. I'm sorry. You best hold on to that. That's gonna mint you some hard-earned money and or some good equipment.
Porky,
I could use some pants.
Greckles is
Go with
gonna
my-
take. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, to go with my dragon scale coat. Oh my god, I'm going to be Mr. Alabast. Just you wait.
Greckles-
I'll put all those in the portable hole, by the way.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
unfold the hole, and it just you see various other things that have collected in there, including some water from when you guys were in the lake.
What the fuck? I'll just dump it out.
Yeah.
Just, no,
all
watch
the
out!
stuff
No,
that
it's gonna
it
suck. There's gonna be
pulls
sand from the beach in there. It's never gonna be out fully.
I let Orby 1 and Orby 2 have a little nibble at the fresh meat.
Yeah, they kind of begin to like the moment there's blood, they kind of begin to like weirdly fester and like
I'll let him have it.
they start like bubbling at the mouth like a crab.
Hell yeah. My 2 idiot kids.
Gonna crack the last of my 2d4 plus 5. I've been stockpiling pots, by the by. So 2d4 plus 5. Boom.
So that's gonna be
12. Yes.
It's nice having an in-stay wizard, isn't it?
Yes, it is, because I got 2 pots left.
This is gonna bust open any sort of semblance of magic I have left, but I could bleed 2 level 1s on Cure Wounds for myself. Unless someone else desperately needs it.
You see this bloodied and bruised Borky just go. No, mate, take care of yourself. Shaky hand.
I'll give. I mean, if we went to have a quick breather, like an hour or two, maybe in here.
Yeah, let's take a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Where
I
would
could
you like
probably-
to go? Where would you like to go for your short rest?
Let's stay right here, actually.
Here in the pit,
You're in the pit? Okay.
and I will.
Borky
I will
drags
use
himself with his
Song of
lips.
Rest. I'll use Song of Rest for the short rest as well.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
So we got what?
So you guys gain an extra 1d6 hit point for every hit die you use to heal yourself with.
Oh, cool. So we do. How many hours are we doing this? Like 1, 2?
2.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's two hit die plus 12, or 1d6. I apologize.
Well, you can use as many hit die as you want in a short rest.
Oh right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
roll an additional 1d6 per
I-
hit die you.
I'm thinking 3.5 rules. My bad.
Yeah. No, you can.
I
use
have
however
my
many
hit die
points.
is 12. What is that? So I roll a d12.
Yeah. So you roll a d12.
Ah.
So
And then
you
an
guys
additional,
have.
an additional d6 for every hit die that you use.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so
my
that's
first
10.
one.
10 for task. 8 for Greckles for the first roll.
And I get an additional d6. Okay. So I feel a bit.
Yeah, don't forget to add your con modifiers to this as well.
2.
Oh right. Shit.
Yeah, so that's 2 plus your con modifier, which
3.
I believe is a 4, right? Or
That's
it's a 3.
three.
So that's 5.
5.
And then roll a d6.
Yeah, alrighty. Thank you for walking me through this.
And you can spend another one as well if you like.
3.
That's 8 total. So
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
gain
spend
8
another
hit
one.
points.
Yeah,
me too.
I would like to as well.
Okay, go right ahead.
Another d6.
One at a time. yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
piss. Please 6.
And people call Song of Rest a useless ability.
Yeah, for real.
4.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, don't forget to mark down how many dice you're using. You have
Oh,
a
I did.
maximum number of dice equal to your level.
Yeah,
There's
so-
a total right under your temporary hit points.
All right,
oh,
cool.
because we're level 8.
Yeah, we're level
You guys
8.
are level
Yeah.
eight.
Oh God, wow, where am
Did you
I?
not level up?
No, hush. Okay, so here I go. 1d8,
Okay,
6 plus the d6.
5. So
Another
that's
5,
11.
so another 11.
2 and 6, 8 plus. What was my total tally again? Sorry, everyone's throwing their own numbers. I lost.
Roll a d12, Kurt.
Okay.
That's your second dice. You have 8, so now you have 6 left. So roll d12.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Another one?
3.
Jesus.
So you get 3 health back.
Okay, I was actually trying to tally these. I didn't get the unit. What was the old one? Because I wasn't done. And then everyone
The
started
old
doing their-
one
Then
was
The
5.
old one was 5, yeah.
Yeah, you had 5, and now you just got 3, so you have 8 total.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't. Sorry. You have the first one was plus 3, so that's 6 plus 2. So the first one was 8.
Okay.
The second one here is 6.
Okay.
So 8 plus 6 is 14. So that's what you have healed so far is 14
Okay.
points of
then
damage.
that's, I guess, I can only do it twice then.
No, you can do it 8 times because you have 8
Oh.
hit die. So you've just done it twice. You have
Yeah.
6 more left.
You just need a long rest to restore these hit dice that you're spending. You can
Yeah.
spend as many as you'd like,
And
but just know that if we take another short rest, that you would.
I got it.
You'd
My
only
health
have
is
one.
just too low. 12.
Oh!
Roll a d6.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Sorry, I got confused there for a second. And
So
5.
17.
17
And
plus 3.
that's 20. So that's 20. Yeah,
50,
you get healed for
raise me up
20 in
to
that one.
57.
It's fine. We don't do this all that often.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no worries. And I'm gonna expunge one more of them. It says I have 12 hit dice though.
That's incorrect. You're using d12s. So you have 8 hit die, and you're rolling d12s for them.
Now this will be my 4th one then, so I'll be down to 4.
So then
Okay,
you have
so you-
4 left. So you've used half of them. So
This will be my last one I'm doing right now though.
okay. Oh,
Oh my
Another
God.
one?
Yeah,
What
this
the
this
fuck?
sucks. This is not
wow.
good for the tank, guys. This is not good for the HP tank. Ooh.
All right, roll the d6 too. So that's going to be 4 plus
Alrighty. Oh my
Should
lord.
have saved my potion. I'm sorry, dude.
2. So that's going to be 6 points.
All right, no worries. All right.
I do have other potions as my inventory as well. So if
It's
you're
okay. It's,
desperate-
I should be okay. I'm up to 63. It's fine. It's all good.
Out of what?
All right.
Out of
80,
what?
80, 82.
All right, you know what? Let's give him a potion, guys, because he's right. He is the sponge. We need him up. We need him on the up and up.
Yeah, I'm not an
I'll
armored
go
tank,
ahead.
unfortunately. I'm an HP tank, so like my HP
I'll-
does need to be topped off, especially if we fought. That was the first fight. Fuck.
Clerics and barbarians, friendship for life.
We just got so much meat to beat up.
I'll give Borky a Willow Premium potion.
Okay.
Okay, Willow Premium Potion. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Panic. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you guys
No
are all kind of
worries.
sitting in this cropping. It looks like there appears to be some sort of boulette nest here, as you see kind of different divots and scratch marks. You guys are kind of just sitting comfortably and
Before
kind of enjoying.
before Borky drinks, Borky's like, while we're all sitting down there just quickly resting, Borky just kind of, before he drinks it, turns to Panic. What are you going to say to her? If it's her, do you know what you're going to
Panic
say?
Panic looks down at the floor. He just shakes his head. I've gone over 1,000,000 times in my head what I wanted to say to her, but knowing what I know about her now, I don't think any of that applies. I think whatever comes out of my mouth will come out. I just want to know why. Why she left, why she's doing all these things.
Borky just kind of grabs him by the shoulder or just
Yeah.
like squeezes a little bit, and that's about it. And then Borky drinks his potion.
You said this was a nest, correct?
14.
Yeah.
Jump.
It looks like a den or like somewhere where they return to.
You got
Four-
19 back.
Oh my.
Nice.
I'd like to search.
Wait, 19?
No. That's 14 because it's a die. He's rolled.
Oh,
the
he
strength.
did the +5.
Yeah,
Okay.
he already did the
Sorry.
+5. Yeah, it's a 14.
Up to 77. That's good.
Roll an investigation check task. with
Sure.
advantage.
Here I go.
Ooh.
A 5.
5.
Oh no! What the hell?
Uh,
Roll 20. What the fuck is up with this right
Yeah.
now?
this
Come
is,
on.
This is kind of fucked up.
Yo, roll 20. Can I tell you about like the number 8? You ever tried doing it?
As you look around, I think this would be a really great place to end. As you're looking around, you see like scratch marks. You see, you know, like old, brittle, probably old molted like boulette shell, kind of laying in pieces. You find one thing that stands out to you, and it's a little line in the stone, like a carved, perfect line. And you notice there's like scorch marks on either side of this line. It's very short, like maybe not even half an inch long, or no, about half a foot long in length, and it's about tiny diameter. And you look at it, you kind of scratch your head there. You're not sure what that is, but it's definitely not made by a boulette, and it's very random.
Huh. That's strange. I don't normally.
Where?
It's right next to you guys. It's like right here.
Yeah, I pointed out to them. Bullets normally don't scorch the earth to dig through it. They just use their jaws. That's not natural.
Is there any magical sign coming off of it?
Nah.
Not
You can
magical.
roll investigation check. That word's investigation check as well.
Ooh. Ooh, it was almost intimidation.
Who are you? What are you?
Where are you? Where's the trigger? 21.
This is a laser.
Oh.
Something with a laser carved like a little shot there.
God damn it!
It's tiny. It's very tiny.
Panic looks down at it, just like gets on the ground and puts his eye towards it. Huh.
It reminds you of your scorching ray a little bit. But maybe like 1/8 the size.
That's a ray. That was made from a ray, like my old crown, you know.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Does
Right.
Task know what that's about?
No, probably not.
Okay,
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
Because I do!
Yeah, I do too, Zito. I do too. Let's keep it cool.
What's up?
Mhm.
What's up with Greco's and Task there, Panic?
Greckles and Task are calm because they
Yeah, we're
think
fine.
them-
We're just.
Yeah,
I
when Zito and Gaijin Goomba are shitting their pants collectively.
Yeah. Really hard.
As the darkness overtakes you in this echoing cavern, the gauntlet that lies ahead of you, this is where we will end the session for tonight.
Oh.
Time
Thank
for the
you. Goodbye.
Welcome
Austin.
to the
Bye,
Gauntlet.
Austin. Love
All right,
you.
Bye, Austin. All right, before we go, I have several names that I was writing down in between turns from our wonderful community, and because these names were fucking great.
I still want to use Solly wanted to come here. I want to use that
We'll
for
save.
one
We will
episode.
say. We will save that. Here are the 4 names. 3 in the chamber. Get it? Like a
I
gun.
don't.
Like a gun. 3 bullets in the chamber.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And we're in a chamber, and there were 3 boulettes.
Yeah. Boulette time.
Oh God.
I
Russian
kinda give it
boulette.
away.
Boulette hell.
I like
The
that
problem is-
one.
The problem is all of those names give away what happens, and that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of against our naming policies. We will not spoil what happens. It has to be vague enough that you don't know it.
Ooh! We're in a Duragar fortress, aren't we? And we just fought
being-
boulettes, right? Diggy
Okay.
diggy hole.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh. Hmm.
Maybe later. I think
2
that
on the
might
nose. 2 on the nose.
Two
Okay.
on the nose. 2 on the nose.
Hmm.
Any of them that include the name Boulette give away what happens.
Okay.
So we can't do
3
that.
in the chamber's pretty clever.
3 in the chamber's not bad. Then it was explained to me because I'm not a gun savvy person.
Yeah, I
so-
like that. That one works. I like that one because it points to it but doesn't tell you what it is.
Exactly. Yeah, 3 in the chamber's pretty
All right,
good.
3 in the chamber.
This is episode 95.
95. 5 more episodes. and
5
then
more
we have-
episodes till the big 100.
Hope we
Yeah.
live that long.
Hey. I don't know if we want to do something special for that or what.
Let's,
Let us live.
I don't know about that. That seems
Do
weird
you want us?
too.
Do you want us to do a one-off with other characters or something like that?
I don't know. Let's see Unexpectables. I think it'd be best if we do an Unexpectables episode.
Yeah, Unexpectables episode 100.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty good. Maybe I'll think of
Because
something.
we've definitely had more than 100 episodes of this show, not the Unexpectables, but
Yeah, we've had one-offs and stuff. Doing a one-off on an Unexpectables 100.
No,
episode
guys, hear
would
me
be
out.
kinda-
Hear me out. Like every popular series, you have to have the OVA where you go to the beach episode. The beach
Oh,
OVA.
Oh my
fan- the fans. Interesting point in the chat. We could do like an extra hour
We could, if you guys would be willing to do
We
that.
could-
That
we could-
depends on the schedules.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know people with the schedules. We could start earlier if that works.
Ooh,
we
that-
could do oh my god, I don't know. Okay, so this is more a concern for Gaijin and Zito. I'd love to do a marathon. That would be fun.
Oh,
How
you
long of a
know what?
marathon?
Yeah,
We'd-
what,
we'd have
what
to-
entails marathon?
Double time, so twice as long.
6 hours.
I can't do that to my wife, guys. Come on.
Well, it wouldn't go late. It would be we'd start.
Yeah, we'd start
Earlier.
earlier.
Oh.
We would
Uh,
start.
Yeah.
We would
that
start.
should, as long as we can plan around that, then that should be
Yeah,
fine. As long as we're not
Yeah,
going to.
I mean, it's still far off. We've got like what, 5
Yeah,
weeks?
5
something?
episodes. So we have 5 episodes, and then there is going to be some one-offs in August. I'll give out details because some people are abandoning us.
Oh shush.
I'm just joking.
It's Goomba.
so there's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
be-
that came out of nowhere.
Oh, so there are gonna be some one-offs in August while Goomba has left us because unfortunately with where you guys are right now, you kind of
Need
Guy-
each other.
Greckles can't just fuck off somewhere because it's
No.
only cave. So you know.
Your blame the road
Good.
instincts have finally kicked in.
So just a heads up on that. But I think yeah, for the 100th episode, we'll know where we're at probably like 2 weeks before, and then if we're all good for it, yeah, maybe we could do a double
I
whammy.
just gotta spin that to the guys way ahead of time.
Yeah. If they're cool with that, that would be a lot of fun. I think that
If
would be
need
a
be,
really,
I can.
really
If
good.
need be, I'll just say I'd appreciate it.
I'll send Scott that thing I showed you guys. And
Good,
be
so-
like, Scott.
Oh lordy.
By the way, we're stealing your storyboarder. Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Alrighty,
All right.
guys, this has been a heck of a session. Hey, Zito, where can they find you?
No, fine. I can't even put into words how upset I am. You can find me. I love that fucking video. It's so good.
Yeah.
You can find me at twitch.tv/Zito, where tomorrow you will find me and the Gaijin Goomba over here on my channel, looking over magical cards and yelling at each other what part of Pot of Greed does.
Fucking.
Friday will be more self-indulgent tabletop creative writing, and then possibly running into Risk of Rain mods that someone lovingly packaged for me.
Ooh.
That's me.
I think I actually know the person who made those.
Flamethrower?
I don't know their username.
That's their username. They're in my chat. I could probably show it off to you as well if you want to grab at it.
Oh,
How
with
about
the
Hey,
with the one intermixed.
Goomba, where can
Yes.
they find you, dude?
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/Gaijin. But as you said, I will be over on his channel and his place tomorrow for we're busting open each an entire box of boosters of Magic the Gathering 2020 core set, and then possibly deck building, and then next time we'll be duking it out. However, Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time, I'm either going to be doing more Samurai Showdown or possibly more Taiko Drum Master.
I need to beat the shit out of you at Samurai Showdown.
That's fine. I've never played the game before, so I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I actually beat the last boss, and fuck SNK bosses. Can I just say straight up?
That's just SNK though. You just gotta.
No.
that's just that,
See,
man.
if it's shitty and it has the chance to not be shitty anymore, there's no excuse. I'm sorry. No, there's not.
MVC 3, fucking Galactus on hard mode. Come on.
No, fuck it. It's not just because it's what's been done doesn't mean you have to continuously be shit. I will live in that forever. Anyway, I'll be doing that. I gotta get back on brand. I've been doing too much Fallout lately, so that's what I'll be doing. That's me.
Hey, Connor, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at @SenilSnake. They can find me on Twitch at Distortion Devil. Where on Friday we're going to be doing some Friday Funhouse. Saturday is going to be The Witcher 3, where we're wrapping up Skellige with Witcher here treasure hunts, and then if everything falls into place, we'll be starting the first DLC, Hearts of Stone. And then on Sunday is going to be Divinity 2, Original Sin 2, Part 2, the second.
Ooh,
Ah.
the second one.
Monty, where can they find you?
You can
Ah,
find
how do
me
you
at-
spell that?
Ah, I see you two
Spell
are in a mood.
Seven
The mood.
7 capital A's, please. You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Montaglue. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to do something. Hopefully Skies of Arcadia. It depends on when my package I ordered arrives. I got fast shipping for the first time, but I'm still in Canada, so that kind of balances things out. So it either will arrive tomorrow or won't arrive tomorrow. So if it does arrive tomorrow, I'm going to try and set it for Skies of Arcadia. If it doesn't work out, then I'll probably play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can see me take pictures of the like animals and wildlife and the enemies as they kick the shit out of me because, you know, I'm a tourist. So, yeah.
Fun.
You can find me right here. After, of course, this upcoming weekend, we got Multiverse Nexus Wrestling. We got D&D fun. It's just been a good time overall. Anything else anyone else would like to mention here real fast? Because after this I'm going to jump into the bits and all the wonderful donations from the wonderful community.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
I do. One more for the road.
I got one tiny, I guess I could say. I don't know how interested you guys are in homebrew race nonsense, but I'm thinking about actually putting together a test a test Google Drive for people to check out for all the dumb stuff that I make. So I might be making that public soon, and I have a bunch of things I want to show off to people. So I'll let you stay tuned to my Twitter for more info on that.
Okay, and Connor.
Random magical effect number 9,870.
God damn it.
Somebody nearby thinks that somebody else nearby is about to explode.
Good.
Great.
Oh my god, I love it. Maverick the Warlock, thank you for the bits. Revenant Razael, Kenan Eldari, Thunder Baron 1701, thank you so much for the subs as well. Wolven the Sixth, thank you. Look a lot with 2,000 bits. I miss Arcadia so much right now. Lime's face. Luke a lot, thank you for the 2,000 bits. Avion fan, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. To quote Game Grumps, oof. Death approaches. UHP. Death approaches. I do not know that quote. Goblin making and Dynamite.
Death approaches.
That's a
Death
Dan,
approaches.
That's a Dan quote. Yep.
That is a Dan quote.
ETM Cabrera, Raven Dart Fang, Blue Flash, Hodgepodge, Verdian Winter, Ed765 Super, the Scottish Boomstick. Thank you all for the subs as well. And again, guys, I want to thank you all so much. And also hail our new bit boss, Argent Lyell, 13. All hail.
Hello.
The Lyell. But guys, this has been a fun session. If I just thank you again, guys, so much for all the support you send our way. It's really me and Ian looking forward to going down to TwitchCon.
Woo!
Monty's gonna be repping the Unexpectables. I will be assisting, and I'm gonna go rep wrestling privately away from her.
It's gonna be my first time ever being in America since I was 14. So
Nice. And you're going to a network con too. That's pretty rad.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I actually am excited. I'm actually talking with Marty the Moth about doing something with him down there.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh, I know, right? Former Lucha Underground champion, Marty the Moth. But it'll be a lot of fun. But, guys, who should we raid tonight?
Before we raid, I do have something else to say. 2262. Yard radius is covered by roast beef gravy.
give me like 3 more, please, because these are so much fun.
Okay,
right.
Here we go. How about we all do one? I'm gonna go ahead and just put the link in the chat.
Sure.
We'll all do one as a send off.
Who do we want to rate before we read these off? who are we
Yakiniku
wanting to
party.
rate?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
No one tell him. Shh.
Right.
All right, I got one.
Yep.
2754. Caster's eyes turn into mouths.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I got one. 6435. Target thinks rats are wriggling within their clothing.
Oh, lordy.
Number 845. Caster doubles his size when he is asleep.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. I'm just like, that's great, man.
Number 3096. The caster's pockets fill with salmon.
Number 986. Caster glimpses paradise and is forever changed.
Oh, I just
Number-
found one that was a fucking nightmare for me. I'm sorry. 4457. Next ally touched by target is surrounded by a swarm of hornets.
Oh god.
5,348. Target feels a sense of real urgency within their bladder.
Number 1007. Caster grows hair on his palms and is stricken blind.
Number 6,534. Target vows revenge against cuddly forest animals.
Number 5,913. Target looks more and more like a burnt-out hippie.
I can't stop! I love this so much!
This is so good. We have to keep these for like end and start of show.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, 6,108. Target speaks shocking blasphemies in the presence of all clergy.
Well, for
Oh
1058,
my lord.
Caster hasn't slept in 2 weeks.
That's a mood. That's not a spell.
God damn.
No.
God
Oh my
damn.
god.
Alright, quickly, rate some before we're trapped in this forever.
4006. 1d10 sparrow eggs tumble from the target's mouth.
2576. Caster's charisma is re-rolled every hour.
1465, Caster loves to tell preposterous stories of his youth.
Oh my god. 2570. Caster's charisma increases by 3 when naked.
9,324. Nearest castle fills with cattle.
Go, dig us
Number
out.
1678, Caster suddenly doesn't believe in magic. That's us guys from here.
Oh my god.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for swinging by.
Bye.
Oh, this is,
Lord.
have a good night, everybody. We will see you next time.
Oh my god. What even?